Because think about it. All right, we'll talk about that later.
Ross, what's up, man? What's good with you?
Man, here to separate the weak from the strong, man. Here to
Well,
separate the weak from the strong.
you already see the thumbnail. The thumbnail's very evident. It's
Mm-hmm.
very explanatory. It tells you what's going to happen come July 29th. We know that Spence is going to work the body, no matter what Terence Crawford thinks he's pulling up under his sleeves. What I find interesting is, and the reason why I call Terence Crawford the Black Mikey Garcia is because of the simple fact that he's bulking up. He's looking
Right.
different than what he's supposed to. Honestly, I think that that is the battle that is already won before the war has already taken place, when Errol the True Spence has his opponents acting out of character. You're
Mm-hmm.
not supposed to act out of character, man. The only person that didn't act out of character was your Dennis Ugas. He's the only
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker that didn't act out of character. Everybody else is acting out of fucking character. And I can't understand that. Like, you did all of these things that you did to lead you to this point to undisputed. So if
Right.
you did all those things that led you to that point of undisputed, i.e. Terence Crawford, why aren't you doing the same things? Why are you switching it up? When you switch it up, you're letting the other opponent know that they have the mental edge over you. That means that person has gotten into your head. That means that they're
Mm-hmm.
living rent free and space free in your head, because Spence is not changing anything up. He's doing what he always does. He's just doing it more brutally. He's doing it more devastatingly. He's doing it more obliterating fashion. Like
And
he's making sure that he's in super shape.
can I address
So
something real quick?
yeah, go ahead, man.
Just real fast. Because I feel like you got to address this. Man, Most High, thank you for supporting the book, man. Thank you for that. We'll get to that, but we got to get back to what he knows talking about with the, how Spencer's going to pulverize and steamroll Terence Bud Crawford.
Yes. Shout outs to Most High for getting Tom Ross's book. Appreciate you for doing that, man. Everyone that supports this man's passion, supports his purpose, supports his goal, supports his dream, we appreciate you for doing that brick by brick. So continue to go out there. The banner is getting posted up. As you guys can see, we've been posting that banner every time we go live. So make sure you guys go to Amazon and get that book brick by brick. But bottom line is, I find it very interesting that Terence Crawford is acting out of character. His team is acting out of character. The coaches are acting out of character. They're doing things differently. And let's just be honest here. Snack doesn't fucking work.
Right.
We've seen it so many times where Snack has been used to try to help these fighters, but in actuality, Snack has hurt them. Demetrius Andrade, when he used Snack, he had one of his worst performances ever, to where people were asking, oh man, he looks so bad, maybe Canelo could beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Haney used Snack against Alfredo Santiago, and he was getting counterpunched like nobody's business. Mikey Garcia used Snack against Errol Spence, and Errol Spence beat the shit out of his ass.
Easy.
Terence Crawford is using Snack now, and he looks completely different. I've never seen his body that big. He's not a big guy. He's lean by nature.
But he
So
don't know. But he never. This is why it's going to hurt him. He never fought like that before. You have to be used to fighting like that.
Yep. So let's talk about it, man. His new bulk size. What do you think is going to end up ultimately happening with this new supposed bulky size that he has coming into the fight?
I think the same thing is going to happen to Terence Crawford. The same thing that's going to happen to Jamel Charlo is going to happen to Terence Crawford. Because even though he's not moving up to a weight class, he's fighting the weight class he's always fighting into. His body is actually changing. People don't need to understand. People need to understand. If you want the same results from your body got to be the same. Take Kobe with the fro. Kobe with the fro can handle the ball. He had a mid-range. When he was off the ball, he was mainly a slasher, crashed offensive boards. He was more leaner, more skinnier. But when Kobe became the man, he had to be the man, which means he didn't have no enforcer like Shaq. Kobe put on a lot more muscle. But he wasn't jacked. He put on more lean muscle because he couldn't be the skinny Kobe with the throne no more. I don't got Shaq no more. I gotta be. I'm gonna be getting into it with these guys down low. I gotta go get these loose rebounds. He got stronger. You know what I'm saying? But he did it slowly, not overnight. Kobe slowly, gradually. Him and Grover got him stronger and leaner. This guy's doing all this overnight for one fight. He should have gradually been getting bigger, so he'd have been used to fighting like that. He's not used to fighting like that, so he's gonna have to learn his. As he's fighting Errol Spence. Blocking, parrying, slipping, because Errol Spence punches the whole round. He has to do that and figure out his body at the same time. This is a recipe for disaster. Same thing gonna happen to Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is gonna get stopped, y'all. He never fought at that weight class. There's a difference between able to bulk up and walk around and fight at a weight class is something different.
Yep.
I could walk around at 225, 235. But if I was gonna fight somebody, I would get all the way down to 170, 180. For my peak optimum fighting, I will get down because I'm gonna fight better. He's never fought at that weight class. This dude, Terence Crawford, never fought at this bulkiness. He's gonna get fucking stopped, man. I got no later than 10-round stoppage. Nah, for me and you, we could place a bet. We could play some bet. I got 1,000 Errol Spence is gonna stop Bud. He knows what's up, man.
Now, if he places that bet, I feel sorry for him because. Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. If you place a bet, you feel sorry.
Yeah, if he places that bet, I feel sorry for him. And the reason why I say that is because bottom line is it's the wrong bet to place. July 29th is going to be a pressure cooking show. It's a pressure cooker. Spence is going to beat the living crap out of Terence Crawford. It's very evident, man. It's just a one-sided beatdown. This is not a fight where we're sitting here thinking that it's going to be even. We're talking about two evenly distributed fighters. It's none of that, man. One guy's superior to the other. One guy's bigger than the other. One guy's stronger than the other. And the latest photos that we've seen of Spence, the guy's already in stupid shape, man. I feel sorry for Terence Crawford because that level of means that Terence Crawford is going to be dealing with something he's never dealt with before. Right now, if they fought right now, July 14th, Terence Crawford will get stopped. So I don't even want to think about 2 more weeks of being in shape like that. Right now, he get fucking stopped. So I'm thinking about 2 more weeks from now of fine-tuning. 2 more weeks of hitting the bag. That shit's going to be brutal, man.
This shit nasty, man. The thing is,
that shit's going to be brutal.
This going to show you how easy it is to fool people. Top Rank, they're horrible at building fighters. They're horrible at actually building talent, but they can create buzz out of thin air. Top Rank is the reason why Bud even getting this much money, because people are fooled. They think Bud actually on Errol Spence level, because the masterful job Top Rank did. If Top Rank stopped fooling everybody and actually get their fighters to that level, we'll have better boxers. But these two guys are not on the same level, man. Errol Spence is a better boxer than Bud. Errol Spence has a better chin than Bud. Errol Spence's power is more consistent. Bud's power is more shock value and is more explosive, but he can't fight like that for a whole fight. Errol Spence is more disciplined than Bud. This is a recipe for disaster, man. The only person who could have stood at Errol Spence's way but they in two different generations. It's kind of like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. They're the only ones that could have stood in each other's way. They ain't fighting. They ain't playing the same era in their primes. Nobody at 147 can stand in Errol Spence's way. It's Steamroll City. You know the steamroll, the thing that comes down and lay the streets down, the asphalt, can't let it stand in that way. If whatever's in that, it just rolls right over it, man. If you got Toya in the middle of the street, you know your GI Joe is gonna be fucking plastered. Get that whatever's in the street when that steamroller come through, you gotta get that shit out the street. It's gonna be over with. It's over with, man. This shit. Bug get stopped.
And they tell you, make sure you clear that street. That's what they tell you. Clear the streets. Because when it comes through, it's gonna do what it does. But I'm gonna tell you like this.
Damn, you just lost $600.
Interesting that you mentioned that. Yeah, he did. He lost 600. Interesting you mentioned that Errol Spence and Floyd Mayweather were in different eras. Kobe and Jordan different eras, but Kobe did what Errol Spence did, which is I'm going to test my skills. I'm going to find out if I'm the best. What I'm going to do is test it against the best. That's what they did. Kobe knew that, okay, I'm in the NBA. I'm doing all this training. I'm doing all of this, getting myself situated and all of this. But if I could really test myself against Michael Jordan and I could ball against him, then nobody could see me. He knew it.
Right.
But he wanted to test that out. He wanted to test that theory out just to see if it was going to work. Well, Errol Spence did the same thing with Floyd Mayweather. If I could get in the ring with this guy and I could go toe-to-toe mentally and physically with this guy, nobody could see me in the ring. This would be my best tutorship. This would be my best training. And since that sparring, this man has not seen a loss. Since that sparring, this man has not seen anything outside of anything reminiscent of lackluster. And performances that people say are supposedly lackluster, it's just people's bias and people's way of seeing boxing. You know, certain fans, they just want to see somebody. If you view somebody in a certain light, you want that person to be in that certain light all the time. If your mindset says Errol Spence has to stop opponents, you're going to want him to stop every opponent that he faces. But you don't realize there's so many nuances. There's so many variables. There's so many intangibles. They're basically boxing against other fighters. So if you're boxing against other fighters, you're boxing against other opponents. These guys are there for a reason. They're professionals for a reason. They're fighting for a reason. So the fight is not always going to be a knockout. And people tend to forget that the other opponent trained to a point to where the fight may not be a knockout. But let's see how the point system was. Was it a point system where the guy won a very close, controversial fight like Devin Haney did against Loma, where you're like, Devin Haney looks like a draw, or it could be a draw? Or was it more so a brutal fashion where he gave you a shock value fight, a very exciting fight against Sean Porter, but he fought Sean Porter's fight and he broke Sean Porter down. The 11th round was the breakdown. When Errol Spence hit Sean Porter with that check left hook, that wasn't what gave him the win. It was letting you know that was the culmination of him breaking down Sean Porter, fighting Sean Porter's fight. They both went in and said, we're going to give fight fans a great fight. See, Terence Crawford and Sean Porter's fight was not a great fight because let's be honest, Sean Porter, even in his washed state, was beating up Terence Crawford. You go back and watch that fight, and I've heard a lot of people go back and watch the fight. They're laughing because they're like, man, Sean Porter was beating the shit out of Terence Crawford. Now imagine if he had the unwashing of Errol Spence. Let's say he was in that version of Sean Porter shape. Terence Crawford doesn't win. Period.
One thing,
Even if Bo Mac tells him in what was it? What round was it? 8 or 9? You need to turn it up. Even if he tells him that, he still doesn't win the fucking fight.
don't. One thing I realized is a lot of Bud fans, they don't even think Bud could beat Errol Spence. They're banking on injury to play a part. They're banking on car crashes to play a part. They're banking on memory lapse if we turn around during the fight. They don't think Bud Crawford has what it takes to beat Errol Spence, all things perfect. Facts. So you already know they're only going against Errol Spence because you understand. Betas are raised to hate alpha males, bro.
Yep.
Because they hear their mother complain about alpha male. They don't realize she's only complaining because she can't have him. Not because when he come around, she only talking shit about your daddy because she can't have him. When he come around, does she talk like that? No.
Exactly.
So a lot of niggas, when they look at Errol Spence, he reminds them of that dude that should come over, play the game with them, and then go fuck their mom.
Yep.
So, and a lot of niggas, they low-key be thinking, they low-key be looking at their mom like they are their mom's boyfriend. Like they got to protect their mom. They be getting jealous when the nigga in there smashing their mama and shit. Like, bro, she a human being. She supposed to get cracked. You know what I'm saying? But niggas, when they look at Errol Spence, he remind them of that alpha male. That they can't stand that nigga. They have more in common with Bud. Bud acts like these fatherless niggas. Shit he say don't make no sense. No logic. He emotionally everywhere. He fight emotional. He don't. People try to compare him to Floyd. He's not comparable to Floyd. He's not smart enough to be compared to Floyd. He fights very stupid, and he's getting by off his athleticism. But his athleticism is going to be neutralized when he fight Errol Spence.
Yep.
Because he's been fighting B-level fighters. Same thing like Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. was doing all those dance moves and fighting and shit while he was fighting because he wasn't fighting nobody. As soon as he started fighting competition, Roy Jones started getting knocked the fuck out, man.
Perfect point. That's true.
And whenever you say some truth and a nigga be like it's not that deep, it's because the truth hurt their feelings.
Yep.
So they gotta automatically fight against it. It's not that deep because whatever you said at that moment just crushed their souls.
Yep. Yep. And I'm glad you said that because what it's reminiscent of and what it is relative of is fatherlessness. See, this fight right here is the difference between a guy in Errol Spence that has an active father in the home and Terence Crawford, who's a mama's boy. And you got to understand, most guys, unfortunately, with, the food stamp era, World War II era, the ideology of government assistance, and we can go on and on and on about that. But the ideology of not having a black man in the home, not having a father in the home has perpetuated this fatherlessness. So when you see most guys root for Terence Crawford, they're protecting the fact that they're mama's boys. Right. And they have to protect that. They have to protect that title. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, it's gotten to a point to where we don't use the word cuck no more. We say you are Adam 22 or you're 22.
Right.
That's what you are. So a lot of these guys, I don't know if you guys have been watching recent news or whatever, but a lot of these guys here, even in the comment section, are Adam 22. If you know who Adam 22 is, if you're a Terence Crawford fan, you're Adam 22, and you could understand what we're talking about. A lot of guys are Adam 22 because they have been put in a position to where they are men who are in this matrix where they have to realize that their women are superior to them. Their women are dominant to them. They probably are vaccinated and they probably had to get the COVID-19 shot because their woman told them that if you don't get the shot, you can't sleep with me. And, these guys, they don't have options like that. So they had no choice but to get it. And then on top of that, their women tell them, listen, you're not big enough. We need to go see He Knows or Tom Ross because they got the BBC and you need to watch us basically screw your chick while you're sitting there videoing the shit. So you're Adam 22. Terence Crawford fans are Adam 22s. They're the guys that are sitting there watching the guy screw their fucking chick. So I say all of that to say this. When you are a Terence Crawford fan, you're a mama's boy. You have to protect that whole image. You have to protect the emasculation. You have to protect the inferiority. You have to protect the weakness of the fact that you lack manhood. When you listen to Terence Crawford, the confrontation with Errol Spence, he sounded like a fucking groupie. This is why you see Jerron Ennis, when Terence Crawford said, Jerron Ennis reminds me of me, Jerron Ennis act like Terence Crawford. When he was around Errol Spence, he acted like a fucking groupie. When he was around Terence Crawford, he acted like a groupie. I'm glad Terence Crawford basically drew that simile between him and Jerron Ennis. And this confirmed what I was saying about Jerron Ennis, and it confirmed to you what we thought about Jerron Ennis, which is he's the young pup to Terence Crawford's Chihuahua barking.
Right.
These guys are the same. In the black boxing community, we've known that there's been two types of fighters. There's the Errol Spence type of fighters, which are fundamental, technical, get the job done, don't got no time to be playing games. And then there's the shoe shiner black boxers. The shoe shining black boxers, the one who is the shoe shining black boxer at the highest level is Roy Jones Jr. And we know what happens to shoe shiners. Once they start having a dip or a slip in their athleticism, they get knocked the fuck out. This is why it never pays off to be. It never fucking pays off to be that. And if you are smart and you really know boxing, you would never go for a black boxer like that, because you know there's an expiration date on him. He's like fucking spoiled milk. You know how milk gets spoiled at some point? He is like that. At some point, that milk is gonna get fucking spoiled. But you know, when you're dealing with a fighter that is fundamentally, technically sound, they're like wine. They're like liquor. They get better with age. See, Earl the True Spence is like fine wine. Earl the True Spence is like that good whiskey, the one that ages 20 years, 30 years. These things, when they age, they get better with time. And that's the separation. But you know what's the big common denominator? Because it's interwoven and it's going right back into this. The reason why most people are diametrically opposed to Errol the True Spence is because Errol Spence had an active father in the home. The reason why Errol Spence is strong is because of Errol Spence Sr. Errol Spence Sr. doesn't get enough credit for this, but he's going to get a lot of credit on this fucking live. The reason why you see Errol Spence fucking opponents up is because of the resolve of his father. His father was the one that told him when he was trying to go to Bob Arum to get that check, nah, you got to look at the long game.
Right.
You can't look at the few millions that Bob's going to throw at you. See, this is what fathers do. This is the type of advice that fathers give. This is why having an active father in the home is very fucking important, because they basically remove you from being pushed off the ledge. But see, Terence Crawford didn't have that. So because he didn't have that, he ended up going to top rank. So because he ended up going to top rank, he got screwed over. How many times did he get screwed over? He signed a deal 3 times over? Signed the deal 3 times over, got underpaid his value, fought lame and ducky opponents, and then ended up getting put in a position to where now he's actually getting a payday. But the sad part about it is his very first payday is actually going to be his last payday. AARP. Because he's going to get fucking AARP retired.
That's what people, and it's sad. A lot of fans, a lot of them do know. That's the reason why they're hoping. I hope Spence is hurt. I hope Spence gets injured. I hope the layoff plays a part. They don't think Crawford could beat Errol Spence full. And that lets me know all I need to know about Crawford. That lets me know everything I need to know about his fan base. They don't have faith in him. They don't have faith in him. They only root for him because rooting for him means they're not rooting for Errol Spence. When Errol Spence stops Crawford, they're gonna become Boost fans overnight.
Yep. Well, they're already showing their Boots allegiance, and that's why they're clamoring for Boots to fight one of them next, because in their mind they've already said Terence Crawford is not going to win this fight. See, if they were so confident in Terence Crawford, no one would be talking about Boots right now. No one.
They wouldn't be talking about Boots right now. Terence Crawford fans are the weakest. They're the weakest fan base in boxing.
The weakest fucking link.
Because they only talk about Errol Spence, Crawford when they don't think the fight going to happen. Now that the fight has happened, they rarely talk about this Errol Spence Crawford. They talk about Errol Spence Crawford and his injuries. Hopefully his injuries or his layoff. They don't, you know what I mean? Or they talk about Aaron. They always talking about, well, after this fight, he needs to fight Boots. Like, no, after this fight, he's going to 154. Boots fight will happen at 154.
Yep.
After you get undisputed, it's time to move up. It ain't time to keep staying there.
Yep.
Unless you can't go unless your body won't allow you to go nowhere else. If your body top out, it just top out. But Errol Spence's body didn't top out. He's going to 154. Boots is a waste of time. If he wants to fight him, he needs to go to 154 too.
Exactly.
That's it. But Boots don't really want that fight. Boots is he's a brown skinned Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford don't even want this fight. He needs this fight.
Yep.
He's been talking so much shit about Spence for the last 5 years. He got to take this fight.
Yep.
He don't even want this fight. Why do you think he tried to delay it? Why do you think he tried to fight everybody else but Spence? He tried to fight everybody else but real competition at 147. He only fought them after they was already beat up and destroyed by Spence. So it was easy. We know what the easy route gets you. It gets you fucking stopped.
Yep.
That's what's gonna happen. He's gonna get fucking steamrolled.
Like the NBA playoffs, man. When you see the NBA playoffs, right, and you see how they play in the NBA playoffs, what is the reminiscent thing? The team that always has the easy road in the Eastern Conference, the team that always plays the easy teams, when they got to play up against a team that's battle tested in the West, what happens? They get beat in 5 games. They get swept. Right. That's what happened when the Golden State Warriors went up against the Cleveland Cavaliers when Kevin Durant got on that squad, man. If you remember, that Golden State Warriors that year went through so much shit, man. They had to play up against a hard-ass Houston Rockets team, a hard-ass fucking, Clippers team. They had to play against so much shit just to make it to the finals. That Cleveland team was coasting, beating up all these teams. It was easy as fuck. Then when they went up against the Golden State Warriors, got crushed in fucking 5 games, man. Crushed. That's what happens when you go up against somebody that is just not on the level that you're accustomed to. So when I see a picture of Terence Crawford sparring with Shakur Stevenson and whoever the hell that dude is, that's not prepping you for Earl.
Willie Monroe Jr.
Yeah. The fuck?
He don't even want real smoke in sparring. Why are you sparring Shakur? Why are you doing anything with Shakur Stevenson and you finna fight Errol Spence? You're asking to get stopped. Shakur Stevenson is a slick fighter, but I don't even know if he could beat Tank. I think Tank stops him. So why you sparring with somebody that Tank Davis could stop? That don't even make sense.
Don't make sense.
You're using him to get ready for Errol Spence? This is gonna be so brutal.
Sean Porter did the smartest thing. The smartest fucking thing that nobody else did. And that's why he was able to prep himself so well against Spence. You know who he sparred against? He sparred against a slick boxer, but he sparred against a heavy-ass slick boxer. It was Demetrius Andrade. Yeah. That nigga was 160-pounder.
Yeah.
That's why Sean Porter was ready, man.
Right.
He fought against a dude that's heavier, bigger, hits harder than even Spence, but is slick. So that preps you.
Right.
That shit preps you.
And he's sparring against David.
But he's not going against someone like that. But David Benavidez beat the shit out of him. So I don't even count that one. David Benavidez beat the shit out of him, so I don't even count that one.
No, what he's saying
Andrade was good work.
He was in there with bigger, stronger people.
He was in there with bigger, stronger people. So who the fuck is he in there with? And I agree with that. He was in there with bigger, stronger people. But why is Terence Crawford, and this is what it is, Terence Crawford don't want to get hurt in sparring. Let's be honest. Why isn't he not fighting with bigger, stronger people? It's because he's not durable. This is what Errol Spence was talking about when he said too light in the ass. Because in sparring, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hit with a good shot. Even when guys are going at 50%, 40%, we know shit happens in sparring. So Terence Crawford is on easy mode because Terence Crawford doesn't want to chance anything, man. His whole boxing career has been smoke and mirrors. He's always been on easy mode. And he's going to learn. It's going to be a rude fucking awakening. You can't be on easy mode with Spence. When you fight a guy like Spence, you need to be in 20 round shape. 20 fucking round shape. Fuck 15 round shape. You need to be in 20 round shape, especially if you fight on your toes. You better be in 20 round fucking shape. And I don't think Terence Crawford is even in 8 round shape for Spence. I'm going to just be honest with y'all. I don't even think he's in that.
He's in 12 round shape to fight a B-level fighter. He's not in 12 round shape to fight Errol Spence. It's a difference when you fight against Spence, man. Because your body and your mind got to be at its peak.
Yep.
The problem is Dave is subliminally making Buzz likeness as on the likeness of Floyd Mayweather Jr., and they don't have the same likeness. At the end of Bud fights, they have strategically put Bud in the same kind of hats and same kind of clothing that Floyd could have, but a slight difference. So Bud is like, if Floyd is Target, Bud is like the Walmart Floyd. if Floyd is Walmart, Bud is like the Walgreens Floyd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a similarity, but it's denying the true essence. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But a lot of people crave Floyd so much they just reach out to anything that they think is similar. He dark skinned, he about the same height. These people are diametrically never the same. They're not even close. Bud is nowhere near Floyd Mayweather Jr. He's not as smart. He's not as accurate. He don't have the heart. He don't got the chin. This is going to be an easy fight for Errol Spence Jr. He's going to step on this motherfucker, man.
I love what Gary Russell Jr. said. And Gary Russell Jr. said in the most hood way. He said, y'all can say what y'all want. I ain't hating on Terence Crawford, but he's defensively irresponsible. And you know when a nigga talk and they shaking their head, you know they telling the truth. He said he's defensively irresponsible. He gets hit way too fucking much.
He does.
And all Errol Spence got to do is, let's be honest, he's been dropped by smaller opponents. So all Errol Spence got to do is just drop them fucking dumbbells on him. That's it. Just drop them fucking dumbbells on him. And it's very simple. So from a boxing standpoint, let's be honest, man. If we're being true boxing fans, and we're being honest about the situation, there's no stretch of the imagination where Spence and Crawford is this fucking Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard shit they're trying to promote. I hate when they do this. When you do this, you're basically saying they're the same.
They have to do that though. They got to do that to sell the fight. Yeah,
and I get it. But here's the thing: Hagler versus Hearns sold like a motherfucker. That shit sold like a motherfucker, and it got downplayed. It's been downplayed by this modern day generation because you know why it's downplayed? Because people can't fathom in their brains that damn, Hagler stopped Hearns as fast as he did, even though it was a shootout fight. But he stopped him quick. So people don't want to accept that. But guess what? That fight was damn near a fight that was sold out in Las Vegas. That was a fight everybody came to watch. We as black people, we have a tendency when we don't want to accept something for what it is, we don't want to liken something for what it is. This is the reason why they don't want to accept Hagler versus Hearns. Right. Because when you accept the fact that it's Hagler versus Hearns, you're accepting the fact that Spence is that much more dominating than Terence Crawford. So what you do is you say Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard so that you could say that it's an even kill fight, that it's so quote unquote, it fits with the theology of 50-50. No, right. The fight ain't close like that. So the fight really is Hagler versus Hearns. Right. And that's why you won't find nobody say that. You won't find no content creator outside of us say that because they don't have the balls to say that it's a one-sided beatdown fight. They got to say Terence Crawford is that good that you don't know. It's a tipping of the scales. You just don't know who's going to win the fucking fight. Bullshit.
It's bullshit.
We know who's going to win the fight.
It's all. Because my thing is this: if Terence Crawford comes out and fight like he normally fights, he's gonna stop. But I got a suspicion he's doing all this snack, he's doing all this bulking up because Terence Crawford ain't gonna do it. This is gonna ruin him. But Terence Crawford just fighting not to. I think he's gonna fight not to get stopped. I mean, he's gonna get smoked. He's gonna fight not to get stopped, to survive, hang on. Survive. I think he still gets stopped late, but if he doesn't, it's because he's not fighting back. And then you gonna have knothead Timothy Bradley come out and say, "I told you he wasn't gonna get a decision on the cards." Well, really, he don't deserve a decision because he wasn't fighting back. I got a suspicion Bud Crawford is gonna fight totally different than what he normally fight, and he's just gonna be holding on to Spence all night, blocking the stand in the shell, and just getting beat up on.
But that, why do you think I said Black Mikey Garcia? I'm prepping people's mind.
Right.
Because Mikey Garcia ate snack. Let me tell you what snack is. Snack is steroids. It's performance enhancement drugs, but it is a very mass version of it. Victor Conte is a scientific wizard. He's a genius at putting steroids in people's bodies that cannot be determined as steroids. It's masked as fucking HGH. If you look at Mikey Garcia in his fight against Spence, Mikey Garcia never was that size in any other fucking fight. That's why Spence couldn't stop Mikey Garcia. It was because Mikey Garcia was just bigger. Mm-hmm. If Mikey Garcia was in his normal size, he would have got fucking stopped. So he had a body conducive to being surviving, but he got washed. So it's gonna be the same thing with Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is gonna have a body that's conducive to surviving. I'm prepping people's brains for this shit. But Spence gonna wash him. And see, everybody's gonna say, well, Spence didn't stop him. But then this is what people gonna realize. A month later, when they see the fight hype video and they see the Black Mikey Garcia start convulsing, they see him spitting, then they're gonna realize, damn, this nigga is slow in speech. This nigga can barely get his syllables out. Y'all saw how Mikey Garcia looked. Barely can get his syllables out. Barely can fucking speak. Barely can say 2 or 3 words. And then that's when y'all start realizing. Then you go see this gonna be the same shit. Mikey Garcia officially said Errol Spence retired me, right? And then niggas had to shut up. Well, Terence Crawford's gonna say it again too. Officially, he's gonna say, well, what was Mikey Garcia's new trade? CBD oils. Terence Crawford's new trade is gonna be, well, I'm gonna be the Omaha car washman or something like that. Probably gonna have a car wash or some shit, and say Errol Spence retired me.
You know what's crazy about boxing fans? Boxing fans with no affiliation to anybody who do PEDs said Errol Spence was on PEDs because they ain't like the way his chest looked.
Yeah.
But Bud Crawford is affiliated with somebody who's been caught doing PEDs and giving them the fighters, which is Conte. So there's probable cause to think that there's some funny shit going on because he's dealing with somebody who has done funny shit. So it's not a gate, it's just reality. The reality of the fact is, if you don't want to, don't let your good be evil spoken of. So what does that mean? You got to watch who you around. You got to watch your company. You got to watch what you say around people. You got to watch what you allow people to say around you. You got to watch if somebody's known for being a thief, and you don't want to be known for being a thief, you got don't hang around the nigga. Because birds and feathers flock together. This motherfucker known for cheating in boxing. Yet for the biggest fight of your life, you go to him.
Exactly.
It is what it is. And what I'm saying is, Terence Crawford not gonna win. What I'm saying is, I think he's preparing his body just not to get knocked out. I think he's going to use that I didn't get knocked out as a moral victory. Because you got to understand, beta males aren't true alphas. True alphas don't count moral victories. Mm-hmm. There is no moral victory. Either you got the pussy or you didn't. Yep. You got the job or you didn't. You hit the shot or you didn't. There ain't no, man, I got close. It was in and out. You missed. You miss. Beta male say, man, I got to the cut, man. He couldn't guard me. What happened after that? I missed the shot and shit. It was in and out though. Beta males talk like that. They don't say, man, I missed the game winning shot. They say, man, I got to the cut, I missed the shot, but nobody rebounded the ball.
Yeah.
That's how beta males talk, man.
Yep.
Only a true pure beta will go for Terence Crawford. Not because Terence Crawford ain't skilled, but because you have not seen anything in Terence Crawford. You only doing that because you hate an alpha male.
That's it.
You ain't seen nothing Terence Crawford has done in his career that says he could be Errol Spence.
Nothing.
Who has he fought? Who has Terence Crawford with that says he deserves to be in there with Errol Spence 50-50 fight, get 50% of the proceeds, and he could be Errol. Who has he fought?
Yeah.
No one.
No one.
He has not been prepared for this fight. This fight could get ugly, man. The only way he don't get stopped is if he just fight like this all night and just get beat up on. But his career will never be the same if he fight like that.
I'm telling you right now, and I already see it for what it is. He's gonna come in survival mode. And all Spence got to do is just hit him with 1,200 fucking punches, man. Because when you got somebody in that shell, you don't need to break your hand trying to knock them out. Just clean them, wash them, dog. Box the shit out of them. See, a smart boxer knows that you wash a motherfucker. That's it. You wash them.
Hold on. Let me get at this.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a thing in boxing to where people are prisoners of the moments. Yep. And when they don't like one fighter, they suck the dick of the other fighter.
Yep.
Manny Pacquiao always went behind Floyd Mayweather Jr. to fight the people Floyd Mayweather fought.
Yep.
Some of them he knocked out easier because it's easier to knock out somebody after they already been fucked up by somebody else.
Yep.
But what happened when he got in there with Floyd? What happened when he got in there with Floyd, man?
Got washed.
It was easy.
Easy work.
That don't matter because you stop somebody that they fought. It don't matter.
Yep.
It don't matter because you stop somebody after they already beat the shot on them. That don't matter.
Yep.
It was easy. This fight is going to be easy for Errol Spence. Crawford actually on the level where they put Crawford at as number one pound for pound, Crawford actually sucked, man.
Yep.
If they said Crawford was like 8 pounds per pound, I'll say he deserved it. But number one, he sucks. He's the worst number one pound for pound fighter in boxing history, man.
Period.
Crawford is the worst number one pound for pound fighter in boxing history. He never deserved that title. He fucking sucks. He gets caught all the time.
Yep.
He don't got no chin.
Yep.
He don't got no discipline at all. He don't ever go to the body. He hardly ever go to the body. Yep. He can't take body shots. He can't take shots to the chin.
Yep.
He's trash. Errol Spence gonna walk right through this nigga.
He gonna wash him. Double wash him.
And I'm saying he's trash because they got him at he's the worst number one pound for pound fighter to ever fucking live.
And boxing fans, and this is how you could tell when people are really truly boxing fans or not. When they see somebody get beat up and they see somebody get demolished in a one-sided beating, boxing fans are so conditioned to, if you don't stop somebody, then you didn't do nothing. And that right there is casual talk. When somebody got their hands up, that is basically surrender.
Right.
And you're just punching them consistently and they're not punching back. That is a fighter that's basically saying, I quit.
You quit.
And I'm just getting beat up. I'm getting pummeled.
Stop the fight.
Yes. I'm getting pummeled. So when you see Terence Crawford got his hands up and Errol Spence is pummeling him, even though Terence Crawford doesn't hit the canvas, but every round he got his hands up and he's being pushed to the basically the end of the ropes. That's ring generalship. That is a guy who's basically dismantling another opponent. I've been rooting for Errol Spence since what year? 2018. My channel's been around since 2018. Errol Spence has been around since what? Since then, live and kicking ass. It's 2023. Errol Spence is still undefeated, right? My channel is still undefeated. After July 29th, me and Errol Spence will continue to be undefeated. If you notice, there's a common theme with the both of us. We were going to continue to be undefeated. Continue to be undefeated. And I could bet that. That's why I'm waiting.
But here,
p.m. on July 31st.
The problem is a lot of people don't know how to gauge talent level at all. Anything.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to gauge talent level. A nigga have a good game in basketball, they start calling a nigga a fucking GOAT. We don't know that there's levels. Like there's prodigy, there's prospect, there's starter, there's all-star, there's future Hall of Fame. There's all these different levels. Then you start getting to GOAT status, right?
Yep.
Crawford, you don't have to be perfect to beat Crawford. You don't have to be flawless. Errol Spence got to be flawless. Crawford's been hurt down there every fight he's been in.
Yep.
You don't have to be flawless to beat Crawford. Is not like that. He ain't Errol Spence. He ain't Errol Spence. He ain't Marvin Hagler. He ain't Floyd Mayweather Jr. He don't got to be perfect to beat these guys. Beat him. All you gotta do is put pressure on Crawford, man. Mean Green could have stopped Crawford. He just ran out of gas.
That's it.
Because he got excited. When he hit him and he dropped him,
yep.
He didn't remain calm. And when your adrenaline take over, when it comes down, you crash.
Yep.
His adrenaline took over. He got excited, and after that, he was depleted.
Yep.
How do I know this? I've been in the military, man. When your adrenaline take over, you gotta go to sleep. When it comes down, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fuck around and pass out wherever you at.
Yep.
Because that's your survival mode.
Pause for a second. Let me just say this again. Let me just say this real quick. See, niggas go from channels and they hear bullshit from channels. When you say Errol Spence's slow feet and slow hand, you're basically confusing technique and fundamentals with slow feet and slow hand. That means you don't know shit about boxing. You have to justify a point to say that Terence Crawford is going to win because you think he's so-called slicker. But here's the problem. Slickness never beats timing. Slickness cannot beat technique. Slickness cannot beat fundamentals. So what you're attributing to slow feet and slow hands, it just shows that you're a boxing casual at the highest fucking levels.
Manny Pacquiao had faster hands than Floyd.
Yep.
What happened? Zab Judah had faster hands than Floyd. What happened?
Washed.
We got
washed.
Being fast, that's the thing. Y'all think about your own people like white people think about us. White people don't attribute nothing. Nothing we do, they attribute to skill, hard work, or intelligence. It's always natural ability, athleticism, and shit that you can't quantify. More so things you was born with.
Yep.
So y'all see each other like white men see us.
Yep.
Listen, man. Crawford, at his best, will not be able to beat Errol Spence. He was destined to lose this fight.
Yes.
He's too small in us. He's too emotional.
Yep.
He fights from ego. He does not think. Crawford is not a smart fighter.
Hit me, I'm gonna hit you back.
He is not a smart fighter. I don't even understand why Madonna's being brought up in this conversation because Madonna is not a skilled fighter.
He's not.
He's a sloppy fighter. Errol Spencer is a skilled fighter. Errol Spence and Floyd would have been a great fight.
Yep.
Madonna was losing down there every round. Even the rounds where he was active, he was losing.
Niggas show that they're casuals.
He was throwing punches down, hitting the top of the shoulders, hitting the back. That shit don't count. Madonna rarely landed anything that counts in boxing. He was just swimming. He sucks. But back to Crawford. Crawford really is a high class B level fighter.
Yep.
That's the best he's ever going to be.
Yep.
Errol Spence is a master boxer. So the reason why you think Errol Spence is slow because Errol Spence don't have to do any wasted movement.
Yep.
He don't got to duck a punch, look at the thing. He don't got to do all that.
Yep.
Because he's master, just use his hands and just to block him. Bow, parry. Slight movements.
Yep.
Slight movements. You know what I'm saying? And because you don't understand the nuances of how he fights, you don't get it because you don't understand boxing. But once you understand boxing, you'll realize there's different levels to mastery. You got Floyd.
Yep.
You got Floyd who could do what Errol Spence does. When Floyd gets in trouble, he fights like Errol Spence.
Yep.
If Floyd gets hurt, y'all ain't never noticed that. If you hit Floyd, Floyd puts his hands up
Yep, high guard.
He walks you down and starts beating you up.
Yep.
It's over with for all the playing shit.
Yep.
You got who else? Another you got Bernard Hopkins, who's more of a utilities guy and more of a taking small advantages and making them big. You got Andre Ward.
There you go.
Who's in between Bernard Hopkins and like a Floyd Mayweather Jr. You got Andre Ward and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got these different levels of guys who were master boxers who didn't need athleticism. We're so caught up on the high flying dunk, we missed the fact that guys who actually can play underneath the rim are normally better than the guys who do the high flying dunks because they don't have fundamentals. Crawford lacks fundamentals.
Yep.
He was never supposed to be hurt against Gamboa, against Undango. He would have walked right through these guys.
Yep.
But he lacks fundamentals.
Yep.
Now he's about to go against the most fundamentally sound boxer in boxing today.
So you're going to get washed.
It's going to be brutal. Only way he don't get stopped is if he don't fight back.
Yep.
That's the only way he don't get stopped. If you do a Mikey Garcia, it just get
that's why I got a funny feeling he gonna do it. I think he been talking to Mikey, and Mikey said, "Look, this is the only way you survive because Mikey already went through it. This is the only way you're gonna survive. Now I ain't gonna lie, you're gonna get retired, so you better fill out your AARP card. You're gonna have a retirement package. You're gonna get washed. You're gonna get punch drunk. You're not gonna be able to ever fight again in your life, but you could at least say you didn't get dropped." That's what Mikey Garcia is going on. Moral victory. You could at least say you didn't get dropped. When we know in actuality, he still got fucking washed.
Which is going to ruin his career. Because the worst thing you can do is get beat up like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst thing you can do. It's better you go out on your shield and get stopped than it is for you to go 12 rounds and get pulverized. And you just, because you still get hit. You're blocking it, but that's still contact. Your brain still getting rattled. Your body still getting beat up.
People actually think a one-hit knockout is worse than you getting punished for 12 rounds. Getting punished for 12 rounds is worse. I'd rather get knocked out cold with one hit than actually get punished for 12 fucking rounds.
But this is the LeBron James era.
Yep.
The LeBron James era is not about what things is, it's what they look like.
Yep.
So in the LeBron James era, since you got to the finals, it don't matter if I won. Yep. I got there 10 times.
Yep.
It don't matter if I win. I made it to the 12th round. So what? I lost the fight. At least I made it to the 12th round. The LeBron James era created weak, effeminate, soft, add on 22 type men.
Yep.
Who? At least I got a girl. It don't matter if she sucks somebody else's dick.
Yep.
At least I got a wife. You guys are barely hanging on to life, man. So when you see a nigga, not only is he enjoying life, but he's on top of the horse and he's leading the charge. You hate that nigga because you barely hanging on to your horse. You get drugged by your horse. Life drag you.
Yep.
So when you see an Errol Spence, you're like, yo, this motherfucker, I can't stand him, man. He always in control of his situation. His wife, his kids love him. Blase, blase. He had an accident. The nigga came back from an accident. I hate this nigga, man. But he can't help that your daddy wasn't there for you.
Yep.
Because that's what that is. This deep-seated, displaced hatred and anger.
Yep.
Y'all not even real Bud fans.
Yep.
In your heart, y'all don't think nobody watches right now really think Bud got a chance, man.
Exactly.
Y'all know he don't got a chance.
Yep.
That's why y'all hoping he drop his mouthpiece. Y'all hoping the layoff took something out of him. Y'all hoping the car accident. Y'all know mono, all things even, Bud don't got a chance. That's how you know you're not a real fan, number one.
Yep.
You just hate on Errol Spence, number two.
Yep.
You know Bud not really like that.
Yep.
Because if he was, you wouldn't be talking about mouthpieces. You wouldn't be talking about layoffs. You wouldn't be talking about accidents. You would be talking about the actual skills of these guys. And
you could tell the ESPN guys have perpetuated and manufactured their thought process because even those guys say the same shit. Well, you know, since Errol Spence had the car crash, we don't know. But before the car crash, Errol Spence would have definitely dominated Terence Crawford. So even these guys know in the back of their mind that Spence wins easy, but they have to find a convenient excuse to land on to give Terence Crawford what they call a puncher's chance. That's what they're doing. They're giving him a puncher's chance. So when it's all said and done, when people say Errol Spence lacked fundamentals, what happened to Ugas? Ugas is contemplating retirement right now, but Errol Spence lacks fundamentals. Sean Porter is properly retired. He looked bad against Sebastian Formella, whatever the fuck his name is, the tune-up, and then didn't even train nowhere near what he was supposed to against Terence Crawford. So he was washed. So when people say Errol Spence lacks fundamentals, it's the proof is in the pudding in those two opponents. They're both one's contemplating retirement and the other one's retired.
Majority of black people hate the truth. They can't be objective when it's somebody they don't like. And when it's somebody they like, they make all the excuses in the world. When somebody they don't like, they say stupid shit.
Yep.
When Crawford gets touched, when Crawford damn near gets stopped, y'all say he's downloading and he's learning his opponent. But when another guy is in a tough fight and he's in the phone booth because he wants to be in the phone booth, you say he lacked discipline. So did Floyd Mayweather Jr. lack discipline when he was fighting Cotto and they were banging? Or was that just a good fight?
Yep.
You know, in good fights, sometimes the other guy could box too and he makes you have to fight.
Yep.
So are we saying Floyd Mayweather lacked discipline too?
Yep.
Or was Errol Spence just in a good fight?
Yep.
So whenever a black fighter that you don't like getting in a good fight, he lacked discipline.
Yep.
But Crawford don't lack discipline by damn near getting stopped by Gamboa. He don't lack discipline from getting outboxed by Kell Brook for 3 rounds. Somebody Errol Spence already stopped.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
He don't like discipline from getting shots landed by Hank Lundy. Hank Lundy was landing shots on him.
Y'all just be talking because that's that emotional woman in y'all.
Exactly.
The emotional woman in a man and his mother. If throughout life, when you get ready to make a decision, if you hear your mother's voice, you are feminine as fuck.
Yep.
When you make a decision, you should not hear your mother's voice. You should hear your own voice or your father's voice.
Yep.
When you hear your mother's voice, you are feminine as fuck. When you respond like your mother would respond to shit, your mother will have something to say no matter what.
Yep.
Men shut the fuck up when somebody's saying something they didn't think about.
Yep.
We be quiet. Y'all feel like, and that's when all the dumb shit start coming out. The emotions start coming out. That's when your dick go away. You start growing a vagina. You start growing a vagina like a fucking anime flip.
Yep.
Because you are feminine as fuck. Feminine men don't know when to be quiet and don't know when they're losing a fucking debate. They start saying stupid shit like Errol Spence don't got discipline.
Yep.
Errol Spence has the most discipline in boxing today.
Yep.
It's Bud Crawford who's an undisciplined fighter. But you gotta understand one thing. When you're an undisciplined person, you put undisciplined people around you. Look at Bowman, fat as fuck. look at the women around him. Unruly. Don't know when to be quiet.
Yep.
Everything around Bud is undisciplined.
Discipline.
Unregulated.
Yes. Whoosh. This man preaching though.
It's a wild west around Bud. So when he gets in there with Errol Spence, he will finally get introduced to true discipline and true masculinity in his whole life.
Woo!
First time he's going to be around true masculinity.
Yep.
And he might his career is going to get ended, but he's going to be a better man after this fight.
A better man for it.
He's going to be a better man after this fight.
He's going to hug, and he's going to thank Errol Spence for introducing him to what true masculinity is all about.
After that fight, first thing he's going to do is get rid of his fat ass Bowman.
Yep.
Then he's going to tell his sisters and his mom, stop speaking for me, stop going on Twitter. All the shit he's supposed to be doing right now as a man, he's going to start doing that till he get that ass whooped by a real masculine man.
Yes. Do you see Errol Spence's woman talking out of pocket, saying shit that she had no business saying, or taking care of the kids? Do you see Errol Spence's team acting out of whack, or do you see everything is tight And when Errol Spence did have a feminine man in the camp, what did he do? Got rid of him.
Got rid of him.
And that's why that nigga's been on the soapbox ever since, trying to become the trainer again, because he was being feminine as fuck. Got rid of him. His camp is not about feminine men. And all of these feminine men were on their soapbox. Blu-ray. Blu-ray was being feminine as fuck. Spence don't got time for all of that. You're in my camp. It's not about you. It's about me. And everybody that's in the camp is supposed to be better for me. That's what it's about. It's about the boxer. It's not about celebrity, other people trying to become celebrity. It's about the boxer. Now, if the boxer decides to put you out there and say, hey, this is my trainer, et cetera, you let the boxer do that on his own volition. But when you go out of your way to do that, you got to deal with the consequences that come with that shit. Now, if he blackballs you and he basically puts you on a timeout, then it is what it is. He's going to do that. He's going to put you on a fucking timeout. And people got to understand that for what it is. Terence Crawford, simply put, is a guy who's sitting here, and let's be honest. This is the first time that Terence Crawford has ever been in a big stage, and you could tell because he's acting like a kid at the candy store. Yep. He's never seen this kind of money before. He's never seen the back end, and this is why he's sitting there and saying to himself, you know what? I shouldn't have done this Black Prime shit, man. I don't know why I even done this shit in the first place. He's scratching his head right now.
But here's the thing. Unlike Terence Crawford, I never seen Errol Spence kiss the canvas.
Yep.
I never seen Errol Spence kiss the canvas, man.
Yes, kiss that motherfucker.
When you're an elite fighter, that's not something you get accustomed to doing.
Yes.
I've seen Crawford kiss the canvas many a times. I've seen Crawford have to hug the ropes because he was hurt.
Yes.
Hugging and kissing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I think the knees fucking buckle.
Kissing the canvas, get weak in the knees.
Yes.
Like SWV, man. Like, come on. There's no comparison between these guys. One of these guys are overrated as fuck at a B-level fighter. The other guy's a master boxer. There's no comparison.
No fucking comparison. And here's the thing: Errol Spence's hardest punch was 154 fight with Emmanuel Larty. And Errol Spence, that's when you knew the motherfucker was a Terminator. This nigga got hit, shook that bitch off. He went like this and went right back to swinging and punching, man. I said, oh shit. I looked at that fight. I said, if this motherfucker cannot fall from a punch like that and just keep on going, ain't nobody can drop this motherfucker, dog. He went like this. He just and he went right back in the fight. When you did it, the guys hit them in the mouthpiece. He went right like this in the back of the ropes. Put the mouthpiece back on. And he shook his head and went right back to work. That's a fucking Terminator, man.
Bit down.
Y'all niggas don't understand, dog.
He bit down and started stomping his ass.
Woo.
You never seen Crawford respond. You never seen Crawford respond like that. When Crawford gets hurt, the fight down there over. If Gamboa would have been a better boxer, he would have stopped Crawford.
Stopped him.
You never seen Errol Spence like that.
Never.
This nigga was doing the actual stanky leg.
Yeah, this nigga was seeing stars.
He actually did a stanky leg.
Man, he was hugging Gamboa, hugging him.
Yo, like what the fuck? How you let this little dude do you like that?
Yeah. And you supposed to have 76. What's his reach? Isn't it 76 inch?
Supposedly 74. But it don't matter because he don't. Crawford fights like.
Salute to King Styles Production for the $2 cash app.
Crawford still fights like an amateur.
Yep.
If I could break it down, he still fights like an amateur. Because amateurs, they so worried about the judges, they always got tit for tat.
Yep.
They get hit, they like that's the reason why once she changes her boxing style, she's gonna get more fans. As good as she is, as great as she is, Clarissa Shields, she still fights like an amateur too.
She does.
It's ha 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 ha. You know what I mean? It's not boom boom boom. It's like a fucking in the cartoons when the cartoon characters fight, they just show like the dust and shit, and then you don't really see nothing. You just see like it's like that.
When she fought Savannah Marshall, not Savannah Marshall. When she fought not Savannah Marshall. It's that black chick. I forgot her fucking name. The chick that dropped her. Damn, that name's not coming to me right now. It's not Savannah. Savannah Marshall was her last fight. Yeah. But when she fought that black chick that dropped her was too busy being impressed by the fact that she dropped Clarissa Shields. If she would have followed it up with a few combinations, she would have actually defeated Clarissa Shields in that fight.
Yeah.
But she didn't. Clarissa Shields fights like an amateur.
Yeah.
Fucking Terence Crawford fights like a fucking amateur. I'm glad I'm seeing a few things here when they said Bud fans are just like Braun fans. No logic. Exactly. No fucking logic at all. Earl has a superior corner. Bud doesn't respect Bomac. Bud manages himself. And that's part of the problem. That's what Ross was talking about when he said unruly.
You have to understand why he said that, though. See, people...
Hannah Gabriel, thank you.
See, people don't ever want to accept the fact that one fight is superior than the other. So they'll look for outside factors. Like I'll use boxing for example. Allen Iverson, I always loved Allen Iverson because he had a heart, but Kobe was always superior to Allen Iverson. And niggas would never just accept that. They'd be like, well, because he has a dad. Allen Iverson had a dad.
Yep.
That don't mean shit. Yep. Oh, Michael Jordan had a dad. Michael Jordan's dad didn't play basketball.
Yep.
Michael Jordan's dad was a baseball guy.
Yep.
Michael Jordan's dad did not play basketball. Michael Jordan picked up basketball because his big brother Larry used to dog his ass every day.
Yep.
If he had no big brother, he wouldn't even been no basketball player. He picked up basketball because he couldn't beat his big brother.
Yep.
That's what y'all not understanding, man. So if niggas want to make excuses, Errol Spence is gonna whoop Terence Crawford because it's destined to happen. It wouldn't matter who was in Terence Crawford corner.
Yep.
He could have dude from Rocky pick up the towel. Pick up throw the damn towel. He could have dude and still fucking lose.
And still get stopped.
He could have Mickey.
Yep.
It don't matter who the fuck he got. He was gonna lose against Errol Spence because he's not on Errol Spence's level. There's levels to this shit.
Levels, years.
One nigga is the heir apparent of Floyd Mayweather Jr. The other nigga is a knockout version.
Yep.
It's a difference between a heir apparent and a knockout version.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, Ross. It's up to you what you want to do with that. But I think you created a little genius gold mine with something like that. That's a whole bunch of content that you can run with on shorts and shit with saying one is an heir apparent and the other one is a knockout version.
Knockout version. Have y'all ever had dogs had dog litters? Mm-hmm. In a dog litter, there's always a dog that looks similar to his father. But that don't necessarily mean that's the heir apparent. The heir apparent acts like his father.
Yep.
Might have big paws like his father has.
Yep.
That's the one. The one who looks like him might not be it. He just looks similar. The one who actually has the demeanor of his father. That's nasty. That's fucking that's calm and it's always alert. Like that's the heir apparent. How you act, not how you look. The problem is y'all got into the look.
Yep.
He switches. Floyd Mayweather on time. Floyd Mayweather switched when he hurt his hands. Floyd Mayweather didn't switch because switching don't mean shit. It means something to casual fighters.
Yep.
It means something to casual fighters. It don't mean that much because when you get in there with a master boxer, he know how to fight against southpaws and he know how to fight against orthodox. So your switching don't mean nothing.
Yep.
It don't mean a goddamn thing. But y'all caught up in shit that don't matter because ESPN bring it up.
Yep.
This is the thing. Majority of these people ain't sitting with ESPN box.
Yep.
Programs going to every channel saying what ESPN said they had not even thought about it.
Yep.
Every time you hear ESPN talk about Crawford, what do they say? He's an impeccable switch hitter.
Mm-hmm.
You listen to people who have never boxed before telling you what Crawford does good.
Yep.
And they're missing. The only thing Crawford does good is fight between the punches.
Yep.
That's the only thing he does good.
Yep.
His footwork not even that good.
And then you got people like Timothy Bradley trying to tell Errol Spence, how he should mentally comport himself in a fight when Timothy Bradley has never shown anything in his career of mental strength. What the fuck? Oh, Spence, you need to think when you fight Terence Crawford. Really?
You know why he's saying that? Because he had to think when he fought. That's why he said that. People don't understand it. The reason why Timothy Bradley is so enthralled and so head over heels with Terence Crawford's skill, because he fucking sucks. That's why.
Yep.
He's trash. And he thinks this guy is the next best thing to slice bread. Because you gotta understand what they Timothy Bradley once had a high ankle sprain because his footwork is bad.
Yeah, that nigga tripped over himself in the ring.
He tripped over his own self in the ring and sprained his own ankle. This is a dude, they got covering fights and telling you who's superior, who's not. You have to watch these guys fight. This guy has always been trash. And the reason why it was a competitive fight between him and Manny, why? Because Manny doesn't box. Manny just fights. And when you're just a fighter, every fight's a competitive fight.
And that's why I was trying to tell niggas there's a difference between punches and bunches and actually being tactical, aggressive. See, Errol Spence is what Manny Pacquiao wish he was, throwing 1,200 punches. Bro. Because Manny Pacquiao throws punches and bunches, and he's active, but he ain't nowhere near the sound fighter that Errol Spence. Errol Spence throw the same 1,200 punches, but everything fucking land. Everything.
Go ahead and say the whole spill. The tactical aggression. What else is coming after that? The body
punching placement, man. Right. And body snatching work is a levying onslaught of a punishment style.
Exactly. What that means is a nigga getting broke down from head to fucking toe, man.
Hey, this dude got it, though.
That's what that means, man.
He got the deep coded meaning. That's what it means. You broke it down on every fucking level, even to the cellular level. That's why I say that shit in the videos. And that shit give niggas shock value. The reason why I give niggas shock value is because you're being broken down on a cellular fucking level, man. That's what Errol Spence do. He breaks your DNA down. He breaks your atoms down. He breaks your biological structure down, man. Like he literally fucks you up. I mean, it's a conglomeration of punishment. You're under mental and physical strain the whole fight. You can't hang. You can't fucking hang.
I don't see how he survives this fight.
That's what I'm saying.
Like either way, I don't see how he. Because here's another thing you got to consider.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey Garcia was able to survive that fight against Errol Spence, but another thing is people forget.
But Mikey Garcia is a better boxer than Terence Crawford.
But hold on, I got something for you. That wasn't the best Errol Spence.
No,
he wasn't in there against shredder mode Errol Spence before that. He wasn't in there against Errol Spence right now. He was in there against Errol Spence that was partying every day with Adrian Broner.
Yep.
That's why
Gervonta Tank Davis.
Even then, they should have stopped that fight in the 8th round because they had got brutal.
Yep.
This fight right here, this dude is against an Errol Spence who's been taking care of his body.
Yes.
So when he rehydrates, it's going to be more. It's going to be more shredder mode. It's going to be more explosive power. Even the punches that don't count are going to hurt. More. Crawford has not been in this. He has not been in a situation like this, but already had Spence already had a war, which I think he purposely did, with Sean Porter.
Yep.
He's already been in a back and forth war with Kell Brook. Spence has fought the prerequisite fights to fight anybody at 147. Crawford has not. Even if Crawford was same skill level as Spence, he didn't fight the requirement skill level fighters to get him ready for Errol Spence. You
know what? You're on to something. Spence purposefully fought like that to prepare him for every weight class. Because there may be fights at 154, 160, 168 where he has to be in a phone booth. But if I already been there, if I already fought that kind of fight, I know what to do and I know how to be cleaner with it. I know how to be better with it. I know how to think more. You know what I'm saying? Because the second time around, the second go around, I know how to be basically more sound with it. because I've already been there. And that's what people don't understand. He's prepared himself for every fucking scenario. But I'm going to say this right now. Mikey Garcia is a better boxer than Terence Crawford. The reason why I know this is because if you look at Mikey Garcia's career, Mikey Garcia has not been wobbled, stunned, and fucking beat up like Terence Crawford has been beat up.
Right.
Even with the same chosen picking opponents that they've chosen and picking. So Mikey Garcia got washed being a better boxer. Terence Crawford is not the boxer that Mikey Garcia is. You could tell Terence Crawford had so much respect for Mikey Garcia that he was saying, man, Spence may get caught with something. He actually thought Mikey Garcia was going to give Spence problems. And when he saw that Spence washed Mikey Garcia, that's when you started seeing the fear came out of him. He was like, damn, I ain't even know Spence could box like that. Even that nigga said that shit. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. He's already been shocked.
And that's how you know he was never prepared to fight Spence. How you don't know that? And you're calling this man out.
Exactly.
So you didn't watch none of his fights? That wasn't the first time Spence boxed.
Yep.
Spence has boxed before. So you don't know this? This when you found that out, but you're calling this man out?
Yep.
Oh man.
And Kenny Porter out of his mouth said, they asked Kenny Porter, you know, they don't show none of Kenny Porter's interviews for Spence and Crawford, right? They asked Kenny Porter who's gonna win the fight. He said, I'm gonna tell you like this. Spence gonna break him down. But this is the same Kenny Porter that supposedly his son got stopped by Terence Crawford, right? But that's the same Kenny Porter that said Spence gonna break him down. Why? Doesn't that reveal to you it was a paid to lose? It was a nosedive? Because the same Kenny Porter said Errol Spence is gonna break down Terence Crawford.
Yeah, I'm telling
Don't break him down.
I'm telling people, man. Expect anywhere from the 8th round to the 10th round. Get on the edge of your seat. Expect the stoppage.
No, here's the problem. We're not making the fight any more interesting than what it is. The fight is already interesting. The problem is Terence but Crawford fans want to make the fight interesting. The fight is not interesting in terms of the fight itself. It's interesting in terms of the namesake and the build up to the fight and the fact that it's undisputed. But the fight is not interesting because everyone knows that once the bell rings, Terence Crawford is going to have something that he's never experienced before. You know what it's called? Intimidation. When he sees a guy, the bell goes ding, ding, ding. He gets in a high guard and he starts walking up to him. He's going to shake in his fucking boots. Things that have never happened to him before is going to happen. And then see this guy keeps coming in the high guard every time after he gets up from the seat. That's intimidating, man. For a guy to keep stalking you, get in a high guard position and keep coming after you. That is intimidating as fuck. Hey. And then every round he's doing this more and more voraciously. I mean, that's intimidating.
So I got something I want to say about the fight.
You care to comment on how you plan to fight Balboa? What's your strategy? Don't need any. Balboa's so predictable and stupid. The man comes straight ahead. He's tailor-made for me. And he's gonna get hurt. What's your prediction for the fight? Prediction? Yes, prediction.
That's all that's gonna happen. It's gonna be pain. But Crawford's gonna receive a great.
No, but I like what he said. Balboa so predictable that he's stupid. That's true. Terence Crawford is so predictable. Hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. It's stupid. Switch hitting, stupid.
And that's when I realized you have more boxing knowledge than I thought you originally had. Because a lot of people don't pick up on that. Crawford isn't an intelligent boxer. He's an athletic boxer.
Yep.
People misunderstand the two things. An athletic boxer can be intelligent. An intelligent boxer can be athletic. But Crawford is a purely athletic boxer because Crawford don't pick the right spots. Soon as Crawford gets hit, he's an amateur boxer. He feel I got to go back and steal this round.
Yep.
But him doing that against Errol Spence is gonna get him fucking stopped. Because he's not built for the body work.
Yep.
He's not built for that, man. That's gonna get him stopped. It's the reason why Keith Thurman stopped calling Errol Spence's name.
Yep.
When Errol Spence came back and he handled Danny Garcia the way he did, Keith Thurman shut the fuck up. He shut the fuck up. Like, I can't beat this dude, man.
Yep.
I can't do nothing with this motherfucker. Let me be quiet.
Yep.
Because everybody know Keith Thurman can't take nothing to the body.
Nope.
If he have a bowl of cereal that's too big, he could be fucked up all day. He could be fucked up all day if he had a bowl of cereal too big. His gut can't take nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. We the only niggas on YouTube saying definitively that Errol Spence is gonna stop Terence Crawford or he's gonna completely wash him. It's one of the two scenarios, dog.
You're right.
Everybody's thinking this fight is close. This is not. There's nothing close about this fight.
We're the only content creators. Trainers are saying he's gonna get stopped.
Yep.
A lot of trainers are saying Bud gonna get stopped.
Yep.
But we're the only boxing content creators that's saying this. Everybody else, it's like a fucking a porn star. Struck, you know what I mean? Making sure they struck off Bud Crawford.
Yep.
See, Russ said the first legit body shot gonna have a fight or flight. That may be true because he's been hurt by lesser body shots. Imagine him in Errol Spence. He might
all I know is there's gonna be a moment in the fight where you're gonna see Terence Crawford's tongue come out. And that's gonna be the revelation to Bud Man fans that he didn't belong in the fucking ring. He didn't belong in the fucking ring. When that shit happens, the fight is fucking over. Let's just be honest. And here's the thing. You got Bernard Hopkins, who was definitively early on before they got close to the fight saying that Terence Crawford is just gonna outbox Errol Spence. Then he went back and really actually looked at both fighters and said, man, fuck this shit, man. I'm leaning towards Spence. And they said, why did you make the 180? Well, Errol Spence just fights the way he fights and the way Terence Crawford fights. Don't be surprised if Errol Spence has a dominating performance against him. He made a complete 180. Roy Jones Jr. was hyping this shit up, talking about, man, Terence Crawford. We haven't seen much from Errol Spence, but we've seen all of Terence Crawford. But then, as of late, Errol Spence is a pressure cooker fighter, and Crawford getting that pressure cooking, he gonna mess around and get stopped. Why Roy Jones started talking like that? Because Roy Jones been in those fights with those types of individuals,
and he got stopped,
and he got fucking stopped.
Roy Jones is the king of saying nothing and making it sound so special and so elaborate. Roy Jones be saying absolutely nothing because we know what Terence Crawford is.
Yep,
we seen him. Understand me? But I don't know nothing about Spence. But we know who Terence Crawford is. Understand me? Undisputed. Understand me? Then at the end of the day, when you come to think about it, he saw himself in Terence Crawford.
Yep.
Knocking out B-level fighters, doing all the spectacular athletic shit. He saw himself.
Then when he went up against Antonio Tarver, what happened?
He didn't see himself in punch replacement fundamentals because he didn't have any.
None of that.
And that's the reason. Now he's starting to think that knockout starting to come back. He started to realize, okay, but who did I lose to?
Yep.
Fundamental fighters.
Yep.
Fundamental fighters is the reason why we don't even consider Roy Jones as a top level great. He's like in the bottom 10, 15. Because he didn't have the fucking fundamentals.
None. And here's the thing. Unlimited pressure, relentless pressure. But it's not just physical. It's mental, man. See, people got to understand, when Spence goes into the ring with you, he puts you in a dichotomy. Leonard Ellerby talked about this. This is Floyd Mayweather. Once y'all heard the revelation of that sparring, y'all should have said, you know what? Ain't nobody fucking with Spence. Because Leonard Ellerby said, man, the level of mental and physical pressure he had Floyd under, he said Floyd had to actually hit him with bombs to keep him off of him. Like with Spence, you gotta hit him with shit to keep that motherfucker. You can't just keep that motherfucker keep coming. And I'm listening to Leonard Ellerby and the way he's talking. I've never seen him talk about that in any Floyd Mayweather sparring. He's like, man, you can't keep Spence off of you. Think about it. Terence Crawford has a Spence that's on him all the fucking time. The motherfucking pressure. Like, how you motherfuckers can't see that shit? Pressure. There ain't no downloading shit. Because by the time Terence Crawford downloads, Terence Crawford's body's gonna fucking fold. That's what niggas don't understand. You can't download when you fold. I'm gonna say it again. You can't download when you fucking fold. That's what Errol Spence said. I'm gonna break your body like a fucking horse. Because his body's gonna be fucking broken, and then he gonna be turning around trying to download, and he gonna be fold. That's it. Download all you want. You're gonna be folding while you downloading. By then, by the time his brain catch on to what's going on with his body, you know when you keep getting hit, that brain keep jarring. So it's gonna take time for his brain to realize what happened. It's gonna be at the end of the fight, his brain's gonna come back to normal after taking so many hits that he's gonna realize, well, shit. Damn, I thought I could just, be comfortable. You can't be comfortable. See, with Spence, niggas think you could just be in the pocket, you could be comfortable, you could think. Spence don't even give you time to think. You in war. Why do you think Spence said when they asked Spence, do you think it's going to be a split? What's up with Terence Crawford switch hitting? Errol Spence said, man, listen, man, all that switch hitting, whatever. It's going to be a war of attrition. What he meant when he said war of attrition, meaning I'm going to get this motherfucker in a position to where it's a constant war. Can he handle my war? He knows what I'm bringing. I'm bringing war. Can he handle war that I'm bringing? And see, when you think about a fish, right? And you think about the mythological megalodon shark. Do you know megalodon sharks die of starvation? Do you know why they die of starvation? Because in the ecosystem that they live in, they're eating every fucking fish alive. Mm-hmm. So they've eaten everything in their ecosystem to the point to where they can't eat no more. So they have to die of fucking starvation.
Nothing's reproducing because of that.
Exactly.
But here's the thing, though. You know the perfect song Errol Spence should come out to in the ring walk? Bust smokers only, bust smokers only. He should come out to that Bold Thugs and Harmony, bust smokers only. That shit would be perfect, bro.
Yeah, it'd be fire. It would be fire.
That shit would be perfect. We came out to bust smokers only. We smoke blood. We Jamaica.
Yep. Or if he had somebody personally create a mantra, that would be fire too. Where when he's walking out the ring, you hear that shit will fuck Bud up because he'll let Bud know that Chihuahua getting stifled, dog. That's about to fucking happen.
Bust smokers only, boy.
This nigga ain't gonna be able to bark. They ain't gonna be able to. I'm telling you, man.
He gonna piss down his head.
Yes.
With Chihuahuas, when they finally in the face to face with a big dog, they turn their head and start pissing.
Then motherfuckers start pissing, man. I know it personally because I had a Bichon. The Bichon wasn't even a big fucking dog. And my Bichon went after the Chihuahua, and the Chihuahua was in the corner pissing like a motherfucker getting manhandled, dog. Right. So I know how they operate. They bark until they're in that fight. And then when they're in that fight, they start pissing on themselves, man.
So the gate open. As soon as the gate open, no motherfuckers, they over. But with that gate, when they know they protected, they talk big. That was the best analogy for Bud and his man fans.
Yep.
Because now that the fight is guaranteed, you notice how quiet the Bud man fans have been, bro. Mm-hmm. They've been so fucking quiet.
Quiet, though.
They're not even coming on people's channels like that. They used to, 3 years ago, they'll be all on this channel arguing.
Yep. Arguing like a motherfucker.
They are so quiet. They hate that this fight is happening.
Yep.
this fight happening is the equivalent of that gate slowly opening.
Yep.
And then the motherfucking German Shepherd tail is straight up. Yeah, that's when the dog really finna fuck you up. Not when it's wagging, is when they tail straight up.
Yep.
He's ready to get down, man. The button.
Man, there's a channel called Easy Route Spence. That nigga's been quiet. That nigga was all over my shit forever. This nigga's been quiet, man. Cause he went from to because they know what's happening, man.
Because they're the same type of people. When you look into people who are fanatics of LeBron, watch how they make decisions. Watch the type of people. Watch the shit they do. They do it from a beta male perspective. They make excuses. They don't take accountability. They're just like fucking LeBron James
and Terence Crawford.
The Terence Crawford fans are just like him. Not that the fight. No, it's not that the fight's going to be had. Terence Crawford talking with the utmost respect for Errol Spence.
Yep. He's a super champion.
Yeah.
He's just trying to hopefully coddle. He's trying to stroke Errol Spence's ego so Errol Spence don't punish him as bad. But that shit don't mean shit because Errol Spence gonna punish him still bad because he came in. So he's still gonna get he's still gonna get that shit.
What people need to realize is everybody's noticing one thing. Y'all noticing the Bud Man fans, but y'all not noticing the slick motherfuckers. The LGBC was always hating on Errol Spence. Now they trying to jump on what Errol Spence did.
From day one.
Showbiz the adult was hating. Now he trying to jump back. Money Brown TV was all over Canelo. Now all of a sudden he an Errol Spence fan. Y'all supposed to get on these niggas, man. Let them know. Tom Ross TV, he knows is the only niggas that kept it 100 from the beginning. Y'all gotta go on these channels and let them fucking know, man, because y'all let them get away with being fair weather fans, man.
Yep. And Monty Brown, I got a special disdain for that shit he did because Errol Spence, you can't be an Errol Spence and a Canelo fan. I've told you that. They are diametrically opposed to one another. Canelo is slick. Canelo is snakery. Canelo is slippery. Canelo tries to go the easy route. Spence goes the hard route. Spence been through 2 car crashes. Never took no fucking tune-ups. Always goes the hard route. How can you be diametrically in favor of one and diametrically in favor of another? You're supposed to be diametrically opposed. So when you see Monty Brown is a Canelo fan and an Errol Spence fan, that's called a half-truth. But you know what the half-truth meaning is? It means it's a lie. So he's been letting you know all along he's never been an Errol Spence fan. He's been a Canelo fan.
Yep.
So y'all niggas got to see that shit for what it is. And that's why Errol Spence G-checked Blue Blood Sports TV the way he did. And said, damn, dog, you did the switch. You all of a sudden now, with this whole Black Prime shit and shit like that, is because they never were Spence fans, man. They were using Spence clout to try to promote shit, but they never was about Spence. Because let me tell you something. Spence has the Kobe Bryant dichotomy. It's that dichotomy that, damn, a dominant nigga came too fast. I remember, man, 2018, 2019, when guys like Barbershop Conversations said, damn, man, you believe in Errol Spence that much? Because I even said it, because they asked me, who's the face of boxing? I remember when I was on Barbershop Conversations channel, he said, who's the face of boxing? In that interview that I did with him, he told me the face of boxing is Deontay Wilder. I said, no, it ain't Deontay Wilder. I said that shit in these niggas' face. Right. The damn chat got mad at me for saying that shit. I said it's Earl the Truth Spence. It said, nah, it can't be. You talking out your ass. And I said, well, don't take my word for it. Richard Schaefer is a big guy, a big money changer. He's a big influencer in boxing. Right. Right after the Mikey Garcia fight, he said we left the Mayweather era and we ushered into the Spence era. Deontay Wilder was already out before Spence. Why he didn't say Wilder era? Right. Canelo been out before Spence. Why he didn't say Canelo era? He said the Spence era. So when I said that shit, niggas got mad at me because I said this shit.
Exactly. Can understand one thing. The only reason why the LDBC was on Wilder because Wilder was granting them interviews.
Yep.
Nothing they do is genuine. It's all political. These niggas is weak, man.
Yeah.
They weak. You gotta understand one thing, man. I question the moral integrity makeup of any man that follow the LDBC video for video, any man that's a super fanatic for Bud Crawford, any man that's a super fanatic for LeBron James. I question I question your integrity, and I question your moral makeup.
Yep.
Because none of these guys have integrity, and they all mentally fucking weak.
All of them.
They all mentally weak.
You know, when I said what I said about Errol Spence in 2018, 2019, it was taboo. I said this and when I was doing lives with Get 'em Mike Boxing. I said this on a live with supposedly Contender Regime Boxing, who's supposed to be from Texas, and Monty Brown. You know, they both looked at me and said, man, you believe in Errol Spence too much. A nigga from Texas told me that shit. I was shaking my head like, damn. And I said that on the live. I said, you from Texas, you supposed to believe in Errol Spence more than me. He said you believe in Spence too much. And he had the nerve to tell me, and that's how I know he liked Jermell Charlo more than Errol Spence, because he said, man, Jermell Charlo could beat Errol Spence. And I said, nigga, you smoking crack. That's what I told him on that live. I said, nigga, you smoking crack. I said, Jermell Charlo got nice. And this is when they got mad at me. I said, Jermell Charlo got nice because he was with Derrick James and the sparring he did with Errol Spence. That's how he got nice. Niggas was getting mad at me in 2018, 2019 when I was telling niggas how nice Spence was. You know, now it's 2023. They're all realizing this shit now.
Mm-hmm.
They're realizing this shit now. Guys like Champside, I know. I'm telling you, when I know all these niggas, I know all these niggas. Guys like Champside was lurking around my channel, that heat and that fire. That's why I know motherfuckers was copying. They was sitting behind the scene copying, collecting the data on the channel, saying, man, that heat and that fire, man, you ain't lying about Errol Spence. And then say, you know what? I'm gonna just copy this man's complete downloaded blueprint on how he goes about Errol Spence, and I'm gonna put it on my own. I'm gonna put it in my own way. I'm gonna just put it in my own little swag, because he could see. He was another nigga that could see the wave that, damn, this nigga's on to something, that damn, he actually is getting behind a boxer that is actually different than everybody else. If you're smart, you understand that Errol Spence was the next dude.
You got to understand, a lot could be said in the name, right? When somebody show their opinion, look at their name. A nigga named Juicy Lee. Why you name yourself Juicy Lee? Like what? Like, so you juicy? What the fuck? A nigga named himself Blue Blood Sports TV. Blue Blood is a reference to the powerful white families in America, like the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, all that. Why the fuck you call yourself a Blue Blood, man? You just a nigga from New York, man.
Yep.
Why the fuck you call yourself Blue Blood Sports TV? When you trying to appeal to the white niggas like that?
Yep.
CJ Goodfella boxing. Goodfella. He got mafia. He got mafia dudes and shit trying to appeal to white people. Everything is in the name. They try to appeal to white people, and that's the reason why they always anti-black.
And when you see Jaden Anthony, Jaden is a feminine name given to a male. So that tells you, that's why every response is feminine as fuck from a Jaden. I mean, it's obvious.
It's all in the name. Juicy fucking Lee. Who just says, you know what? I'm gonna make my YouTube name Juicy Lee. Like what? If you're a man though, like why you doing that? Was you trying to appeal to niggas?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You trying to appeal to suspect ass niggas? Juicy Lee. So anything a nigga named Juicy Lee gotta say ain't worth listening to nowhere.
And when you see a nigga called himself T-Rock Brown, the T-Rock means I'm tiny. The T is always stands for tiny. It means little man complex. You know, when niggas got that Napoleon complex, they always feel they have to overcompensate. So when they put a T in front of everything, they're basically saying I'm tiny. That's what they're basically saying.
Mm-hmm.
So the bottom line is this, man. If you didn't have the opportunity to see the evolution of Errol Spence the way I did, I saw it, man. I looked at all these fucking boxers and I said, this guy right here, he stands beyond everybody else. I looked at everything and I did the homework, man. I listened to what Sean Porter's dad had to say about him. Sean Porter wanted to give away his son. If you ask Kenny Porter would tell you he would deport his son and make Errol Spence his fucking son, dog. Because his son was the ineffective aggression to what Errol Spence, the way he was training his son is what he wanted. Errol Spence was that tactical aggression. He had more fun dealing with his son as opposed to fucking Sean Porter. I mean, it's just crazy. And then you look at Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach saw that Errol Spence drop Adrian Broner. And he was like, damn, Adrian Broner's nice. And he just dropped this nigga. And this nigga got mad and still beat the shit out of him. Even Adrian Broner, so many years later, had to admit he got beat up in that damn sparring. And then he saw the sparring with Floyd. All of the top guys saw it. Barry Hunter, Leonard Ellerby, Freddie Roach. Everybody was invited exclusively there. They know. And then you got the intel when you see how Errol Spence just dominate every fucking opponent.
Last time I checked, Adam 22 don't wear glasses neither.
Yep.
Last time I checked, Adam 22 don't wear glasses neither.
You know, he didn't get that reference.
Yeah, but everybody else gonna get it.
Yeah, everybody else gonna get it though.
Adam 22 don't wear glasses. How that's going for? He might need to give him some specs. So you can see his wife and fucking hoe.
Yeah.
How that's going for him? He might need to wear glasses now.
Man, Sean Porter, if you look at everything Sean Porter did for the Errol Spence fight, that tells you the level of danger of opponent. And this was Errol Spence not even at his peak. This was Errol Spence partying his ass off. And he still retired this guy. Some guys are just built for fucking boxing, man. Let's just be honest.
They built for this shit, man.
Errol Spence and Marvin Hagler has a body that's built for fucking boxing. Let's just be honest, man.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest with this shit.
The thing about Sean Porter trained so hard because he knew his life was on the fucking line. We end up with Spence. Spence could fuck around and kill you, man.
Yep.
The way he fights, he can kill you.
Yep.
Because he's not hitting you and suddenly putting your lights out. He's giving you 85% power for 12 straight rounds.
12 straight.
So you have to train for your life.
Punishment.
You know what I'm saying? You got to train for your life, man. You got to understand anything. This is what people got to understand. Don't get distracted by the feminine energy, man.
Yep.
Niggas name themselves Juicy for a reason, man. So they want to attract the attention of niggas. They don't necessarily say anything that needs to be listened to, because men of wisdom, they attract attention because they have value. Just by them being in the room is value. Just them what they say is value. But if you don't have that value, you have to name yourself certain provocative things that make niggas look at you.
Yeah.
So niggas be like, why the fuck this nigga? What? This nigga named himself Juicy Lee. The fuck wrong with this nigga, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck this nigga want to be? Why does nigga want to be Juicy? Because when we think about Juicy, we think about a thick ass bitch. Why does nigga want to name himself Juicy? Like, oh yeah. Listen. It might say Juice Lee, but the fact that you put Juice in front of Lee is because you really want to say Juicy Lee. That's what you really want to say, man. You feel me? You feel me? This fun, nigga. You ain't never carried no football. You should never call yourself the Juice. There's only one Juice. That's OJ, man. And it made sense because his name was Orenthio James. OJ. Yep. That's why they called him the Juice. Okay. You have no reason to call yourself the Juice. Besides, you want niggas to look at you. You suspect. That's a problem. You think everything is fucking game. This is their game. Juicy fucking Lee. Sit here trying to talk about motherfucking boxing, man. Go find a volleyball game to talk about, man. Go find a volleyball game to talk about, man. This is not sport. It's not your sport, man. Juicy fucking Lee.
You always on the wrong side of the aisle when Ross is roasting your ass. You on the wrong side, though. But I'm gonna say it like this, man. It's the same thing with Terence Crawford, man. Yeah, don't be surprised if y'all see Terence Crawford do some acrobatic shit in the ring, man, where he don't even know where the fuck he's at, man. But Terence Crawford be having moments in the ring where he throws a punch and then he admires his punch and then he tries to follow up with a little combination. The time that he's admiring, don't be surprised he get hit with a body shot, then get hit up with something upstairs, then turn around and start realizing, damn, I don't have time to collect.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to happen in that fight. You're going to see when Terence Crawford takes breaks, he's going to be eating punches, man. And he's never experienced that before. Like, damn, I have to fight consistently the whole time. I have to fight a perfect fight. Terence Crawford's never fought a perfect fight in his life. And that's what he's going to have to fight against Spence. If you listen to Sean Porter said, I had to damn near fight a perfect fight, and I still got dropped in the 11th round.
11th round.
Come on, man. Y'all motherfuckers don't understand. That means in the phone booth, Errol Spence came in. Yeah, you should have watched. I watched the Sean Porter fight the other day. Errol Spence came in like this every round. He just shook his fucking head and went in. He was like, fuck this shit. We gonna do this phone booth. He shook his fucking head. We go through the phone booth. And he knew, okay, Sean Porter go get reckless because he know the data. The data is Sean Porter get reckless in the later rounds. And Spence was already beating the shit out of him. And see, a fighter can't change who he is. When people say Terence Crawford got to start fast, if Terence Crawford starts fast, he's going to get stopped quicker. You got to be who you are. He's a 30% guy. He starts off 30%. If he comes out trying to do some fast shit, he going to burn himself out. Let alone Spence hitting him with body punches. Come on, man. He going to burn himself out quicker.
Exactly. Here's another thing. Spence and also people who lack integrity, they always speak from both sides of their neck.
Yep.
On one side of your neck, if you scroll up, you say, I'm hilarious. You're hilarious. You're hilarious, huh? Now you're saying, don't quit your day job, combinate your strength. Let's be honest, man. That's exactly what I expect from a nigga named Juicy. I expect the feminine emotions. That's exactly what I expect. But back to fucking Bud, man. Bud Crawford's body, is not built for the type of damage Spence is gonna do to it. Mm-hmm. Like Crawford used to fight at 160, 165 in the amateurs.
Yep.
He could take it a little bit, but Crawford, his body's not built for that type of punishment. He's gonna break him down.
Yep.
The earliest I see is an 8th round stoppage. The latest is a 10th round stoppage. And everything in the world named Juicy, whether it be Juicy Lee, Juicy Smollett, all them niggas gonna be crying, man. Any nigga named Juicy gonna be crying.
I like the way you linked him to Juicy Smollett.
Yeah, any nigga named Juicy gonna be crying, man.
Basically, you say he's part of the alphabet community.
Has Spence being inactive ever been a problem? He's been inactive before. Has there ever been a problem?
He was inactive against Danny Garcia, and then Danny Garcia. What happened to Danny Garcia's face? He went like a year off, Doug, and then he had to move up to 154. So Spence being inactive makes you move up another weight class because you've been punished. Sorry.
Spence being inactive would matter if he's fighting against somebody on his level. Y'all not understanding. Crawford is a juicy ass nigga. He's not on Spence level. He's not on Spence level. He a nigga. Crawford is a nigga who will call himself juicy.
Yep.
He just type of nigga. Niggas like that is not on Spence level. Spence is a masculine nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That people don't understand. And Spence beat all the niggas who beat Crawford already.
Yep.
Danny Garcia beat Crawford already. Ugas beat Crawford already.
Yep. Mikey Garcia beat Crawford.
Everything Spence has done he's already done everything it takes to walk right through Crawford. This fight gonna be easy fucking work.
And that's why Derek James said Errol Spence has done everything leading up until this point. That's why I don't only have confidence, I beyond have confidence that he's gonna do the job. We talked about this. We mapped this out, and we knew that this is what it was going to be. It was going to be undisputed. He said, man, Spence been through 2 car crashes. Spence been through a retina situation, and he's still boxing like he's never boxed before. Guys think that he's lost something. He's actually stronger than he's ever been, and we're on the road to undisputed. Nothing's gonna stop it. And see, once Spence gets this win, I already know niggas are gonna prepare the excuse. The next excuse is, well, Terence Crawford was too old, and we want to see Jaron Ennis. But by then, guess what? Spence gonna be at 154. So if y'all want Jaron Ennis, tell that nigga to go to 154. Because they asked the difference they asked between Spence and Crawford. As a matter of fact, this is why I hate guys that are groupies, quote unquote, that act like they're interviewers. And that's why you could tell niggas don't know how to interview. Spence was actually annoyed when Jaron Ennis was brought up. How the fuck are you bringing up an upstart to our undisputed fight? It was disrespectful because they asked Spence, this is how they try to do. Just to make Spence ask the question, they throw Floyd. Well, Floyd said Jaron Ennis, was nice and everything like that. This is what Errol said. Yeah, he nice with it. But I'm at a point in my career where if the money is good, I'll fight anybody. Next.
Right.
Basically, he just like, okay, this is bullshit talk. Let's get to the next shit. Next. Like, why are we even talking about this shit? Like, I'm gonna punish this nigga, but I'm gonna punish him in due time. But when we look at Terence Crawford was damn near impressed by Jaron. Oh, he reminds me of me.
Yeah.
He's a different version of me.
Yeah.
He was fanboying for him.
But
you see the difference?
But Boots don't understand. Terence Crawford saying you remind him of him is an insult.
Exactly.
Anytime a lame nigga say you remind me of me, that's not a good thing, man.
That's basically saying you a lame nigga too.
You're a lame nigga too that get hurt by everybody, just like me.
Exactly.
Like, man, you gotta understand one thing, man. There's difference in niggas, man.
Boots is a fucking prospect, man.
You got the Kendrick Lamars of the world, and you got the Juicy Smollets of the world, man.
Yep.
You got motherfuckers that keep it gangster. You got niggas that make shit up based on their feelings. You know what I'm saying? That's what I keep telling y'all. Don't call this nigga Juice. His new name is Juicy, man.
That's it.
His new name is fucking Juicy. Since he want to talk all the turn, his name is Juicy Smollett, man.
That's it.
Juicy Lee Smollett.
Basically, Tom Ross is saying he got a vagina and he's a bitch. That's it. Yeah. Let's keep it a buck.
At the end of the day, man. Everybody who knows Boston knows this is going to be easy work for Errol Spence.
Yep.
And Danny Garcia is definitely, if anything, Danny Garcia is at a level higher than Crawford.
Danny Garcia accomplished shit at 140 that Crawford wish he could accomplish at 140.
He fought better competition at 140 and at 140.
Hell yeah. Way better. Danny Garcia was 140, not Terence Crawford. And niggas don't understand that shit. He fought Amir Khan when Amir Khan was Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had great fights at 140.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Who was that other motherfucker? That Argentinian he fought. The name's not coming to me right now. Fought that motherfucker, beat the shit out of his ass. There you go, Matisse. Lucas Matisse. So Danny Garcia had the fights at 140. Danny Garcia was fucking 140. Not Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford beat who? Postel? Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Indongo? Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Let's mention the names of the opponents because we gotta laugh at this shit.
He ain't fighting no
fuck is Raymundo Beltran? Who the fuck is Juan Molina? Don't make me fucking laugh here. Who the fuck is Hank Lundy? Like, seriously. These are the fighters that you guys are saying is a fighter that does great things at 140?
That's the top ranked special. The top ranked special is they somehow always get their fighters undisputed, but their fighters never have to fight against nobody.
Thank you.
Ask yourself this. Even though we know Usyk can fight, we know that. But who did Usyk have to fight to be undisputed at cruiserweight? We don't know these guys, man.
Exactly.
We don't know these guys.
Exactly.
That's the top ranked special. They'll always get you all these belts, and you fight these people nobody know for vacated belts.
Exactly.
We don't know them.
But then Terence Crawford, Danny Garcia, supposedly Terence Crawford's better than Danny Garcia, but Terence Crawford ducked Danny Garcia for Mean Machine but yet Mean Machine made the same money that Danny Garcia was gonna make in that fight. So really, was Terence Crawford nice like that by ducking Danny Garcia? Come on, man.
He ducked him. And guess what?
And if Danny lost to Lamont Peterson, which is an accomplished boxer, then we could say that Terence Crawford lost to fucking Gamboa.
Right.
Come on.
And Errol Spence beat Danny and Lamont Peterson.
Yep.
So what do you think he's gonna do to Bud?
Well, watch this nigga, man.
What do you think he's gonna do to Bud? He beat Danny and Lamont Peterson.
Yep.
Spence is gonna stop Bud, man.
Exactly.
You saw Spence badly hurt against Ugas. I saw Spence badly hurt against Gamboa.
Yep. Ooh, shit. And Gamboa was 135. How is Spence badly hurt against Ugas, but Spence finishes Ugas? That shit sounds stupid as fuck. Did Spence look badly hurt at the end of the fight? Or did Ugas's face that had to take out a year and a half look like he was hurt? See, motherfuckers be talking dumb shit.
And here's just what they doing too. Errol Spence jab beats Danny Garcia. Not a Bud jab. A Bud jab gets countered by Kell Brick.
It get countered by Kell Brick.
Eye closed.
Man, his jab was getting countered by Sean Porter. And Sean Porter is like the worst jabber ever.
Right, but Bud's jab is trash. Y'all using Errol Spence accomplishments to put them on Bud.
And put them on Buzz. And then back and forth. That shit is funny as fuck. What you're getting is, this is what alpha males do. We reiterate the point. They don't understand that. They don't understand. They hate when a motherfucker gets you right back to the context. We get you right back on context. The context is simple as this. Terence Crawford has fought trash fucking opponents. You need to accept this. Raimundo Beltran does not cut the fucking bell. When I saw he was fighting a guy like that, I said, man, Top Rank are the best matchmakers in boxing. When he fought Post out, best matchmakers in boxing. Jeff Horn for 147. Only Bob Arum could have given Terence Crawford a situation to where he could go to 147 and still be able to do something. Best matchmakers in boxing. Jeff Horn, mind you, who didn't even beat Manny Pacquiao. Clearly Bob Arum was trying to get Terence Crawford that fucking belt. Let's be honest. The WBO is a top ranked belt.
The motherfucker said, who does Spence beat? How you think Spence got all those fucking belts? You think they gave him belts? What are you talking about? He beat 3 champions.
IBF, Kell Brook, WBC, Sean Porter, WBA, Ugas. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And guess what now? WBO, Terence Crawford.
That's another thing people don't understand is Gamboa had everything in the world going against him that night when he fought Bud and Dad stopped him.
Yep.
His bitch was on some bullshit. He was having a lawsuit with Top Rank, and this nigga was signing 50 Cent, man. Hey, listen. Anything a nigga named Juicy got to say ain't worth even listening to, man.
Exactly.
So, man, I wish
I already told you. If you got to put T in front of Rock, that means you ain't no Rock. Because when you're a Rock, you don't call yourself a T Rock. Well, you're a tiny Rock? When have you ever known a tiny Rock that hurt a motherfucker?
This how you know you don't understand boxing. The reason why it took 5 years for Spence to get these belts is because he actually getting them with no help.
Yep.
They helped Canelo get those belts. Look how long it took. What's the name to get undisputed? He's been in that weight class his whole career. Jamel been that way. So what are you talking about? It's supposed to take that long. When you do it right, it's gonna take that long.
It's gonna take long.
It's gonna take that long because you got people fighting against you, hoping you don't get the fight. You got
especially when Bud is sitting there holding hostage and ducking on the other side of the street. It's gonna take long. And let's just be honest here, man. It's gonna take fucking long. So it is what it is. All I know is July 29th at 12:01 a.m. These cockroaches are gonna crawl right back into the hole that they came up out of. I already know how it works. Every Spence fight, I prepare myself for this. After every Spence fight, Spence opponents always crawl back into the hole that they came out of. It's natural. This shit happens every single fucking time. And then I don't see these dudes again until Spence has another fucking fight. I don't see them again until another fight. Watch. After this, they're going to disappear for 6 months. And then you know what's going to end up happening? They're going to start talking about boots.
According to Juicy Lee, Adam 22 is more alpha than Malcolm X. And this how you know a nigga really got feminine energy.
Yep.
He really got feminine energy. According to him, for his words, is Malcolm X is more alpha. Adam 22 is more alpha than Malcolm X because of glasses.
Because of glasses.
That shit don't make no sense, man.
Well, the T-Rock said the same shit. Remember, there's a T in front of the Rock. I've never known there to be a T in front of Rock. When you are a Rock, you are a solid Rock. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man.
So
you never know. That T could stand for training. It could stand for training, man. Juicy and training. Juicy and training is a hell of a combination.
Yep. They gonna run a train on each other? What you say?
Juicy and training is a hell of a combination.
Ooh, man,
motherfuckers think at somebody's age they're not supposed to know what everybody knows in the United States.
Exactly.
The whole world knows Adam 22 right now
is a cuck.
You gotta understand when you have feminine energy, you just respond. You don't think. That's something a woman would say.
Yeah.
Well, at your age with your glasses, you should have known. Like two things that don't match and don't mean shit.
Exactly.
At your age, wearing glasses, why you know about Adam 22? A woman and a child think that makes sense.
Exactly.
At your age, wearing glasses, why you know about Adam? The whole world knows about Adam 22.
Exactly.
The whole world knows this guy's wife just got fucked by BBC.
Exactly.
Who don't know that?
Who don't know that? It's trending. And then for her to say, I haven't had 40 minutes of being stretched out like that. I think, you know what's going on? Juicy Lee has probably had the same thing happen to him.
Yeah.
Where his woman has come back and said, I've had 40 minutes of someone stretching me out.
This woman didn't come back. He was
Adam 22.
His name is Juicy for a reason. He was there watching and get ready to clean up the mess.
Oh shit, man.
Juicy was there watching and waiting for the mess.
Ooh, shit.
He was there watching it, man. You see the type of nigga that watching another nigga smash his girl. and he be off the alpha because I ain't got on glasses.
You've created a thing here because now people are saying change your profile to alphabet characters to Juicy Lee.
What?
I've always said, man, you don't want to be verbal sparring for Tom Ross, man. It's like you get roasted and you feel it all in your you feel it all in your psychology.
Hold on. See, he knows this week, we can't let niggas like Juicy Lee get in the conversation. Mm-hmm. Now we got niggas saying suspect shit. He said pause, but I noticed that Bud is packing more than Spence in that weigh-ins, and then he put bruh. Bruh, this channel is not gonna. We're not doing that, man. We Tyrone with you. We not on that. We not on that stuff here. You know, he is packing more.
I told you there was some suspect behaviors going on with boxing fans. How do you know? First of all, your name is Big Tyrone 720. Probably was in some kind of jail cell or some shit, getting pumped or some shit like that. That name give me jailbird vibe. And this nigga said Bud is packing a bit more than Spence from the past weigh-in. From what I watched, literally, are you watching guys below their stomach area? Is that what you're telling us at weigh-ins? That you go purposefully in the weigh-ins to watch guys lower crouch areas? That sounds like boxing ego to me. No, boxing homo. That's what it sounds like to me. Because he's the closest dude that talks about V. At least he says V tapers. You went further to say you're talking about below the crouch. You're talking about the size.
And then he doubled down.
You got competition, man. You got to run for your money, bro.
Then he doubled down. Him and Juicy doubled down and said,
No. Now he's saying, I said pause. You can't pause that one. You can't take that motherfucker back. When you say that,
first of
it
all,
is over.
Only gay men or gay men with gay tendencies say pause.
Yep.
Real men, you have never heard a real man say pause. Nobody granddaddy say pause. Nobody daddy say pause. Your uncles say pause. They said whatever you want to say. You know you suspect, so you know you feel. You know you're not supposed to be talking like that. You wasn't raised to do that, and and now you know you're a violation. That's why you're saying pause. But yeah, no amount of pause, no amount of anything. Stop is going to erase what you said. You looking at men's dicks. You right next to Juicy. You and Juicy Lee. Y'all peas in the pie, man.
And T-Rock.
Y'all peas in the pie, man. And I see why y'all Buzz fans. You see?
Yeah.
These type of people are Buzz fans. The ones who look at see who dick is the biggest.
Man, see, now you understand why I be saying niggas be getting ramrodded and shit. That's why they be fans for certain fighters. They be getting ramrodded, man. This is evident. This is proof. I mean, we had a young kid that had some titties on him, but it makes sense. He had titties on. He said Canelo was sexy, but I can understand when you got a man that's walking around with, because he stood up 1 second and he down there had big ass fucking titties up top. I said, oh, okay, that's why. That's why. And he said Canelo was sexy. That's why Canelo is famous. So I don't know, man. I don't know what these dudes be watching.
Just how you know these guys know. This how you know they know Spence gonna win. They're not even talking in the future tense. They still want to live in the past and argue about shit that happened years ago. We passed all that now. You talking about Spence said out of his mouth. Listen, the fight is here, motherfucker.
Yep.
The fight is here.
Exactly.
Everything that happened before the fight don't matter anymore. The fight is here. You holding on to that because that's the excuse you're gonna make after Spence whooped his ass.
Yep.
You know
exactly. They need to put pronouns to their names. And here's the trippy part about it. You mentioned a guy at a weigh-in below his crouch. I knew there was suspect behavior that was happening like that in boxing.
Yeah.
I just needed somebody to confirm it. And it's been confirmed today. Your name will forever be remembered. Big Tyrone 720. I wonder what the number 720 mean. I have to go do research on 720. I'm sure it has something to do with alphabet. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to figure out. There's a reason why you got 720 attached to that.
It probably got something to do. Again, probably got something to do with BBC. This is all is on his mind. Why you watching a standoff where they weighing in, and you looking at their dicks? That makes sense for your girlfriend to do it. She's the type of men. Just like we looking at the girls with the numbers, she looking at the dudes. You can't be mad at her for doing that. You're delusional if you think your girl will look at other men. It's all that she act on it. But you're a man. You looking down below their waist. You're a fun boy, man. You're a juicy fun boy, man.
Ooh, shit.
You're a juicy fun boy. Because we brought up Gamble because we were talking about punch resistance. It made sense. You're bringing up something that don't make sense. You're talking about negotiations of a fight when the fight's already made. And the fight's made. It don't matter about the negotiations.
So hold up. In your mind, you've already created fantasies where you've gargled this dude's balls. Because when women think of dudes' penises, they think of the dude's penis being inside them. They think of the dude gargling them. They think of them gargling the dude. Yeah. They think of them gargling the dude, and they think of the dude putting it in whatever holes in their fucking bodies. But you're actually thinking about this shit because you actually said it, and you said it out loud. This is the third time that me and Ross has dealt with this, man. We dealt with this when somebody said Canelo was sexy. We dealt with this shit when somebody turned around and said, man, you know what?
Lomachenko was handsome.
Lomachenko was handsome. And then now we're dealing with this bullshit. Damn, boy. This is what happens when inferior males deal with superior males. They have to tell the truth. They have to tell the truth. That's what happened.
And that's the thing. Every Crawford fan, they're saying everything but skills. When you ask them why you think Crawford gonna win, they say, man, the car crash, the time off, he's been having mental lapse with his mouthpiece. They will never say, man, Crawford is just a better boxer.
Okay, listen to this. See, this is what the Matrix do. The Matrix tell you that it's okay for men.
Adam 22.
Check this out, bro. Let's not be childish. If you're working with something, it's unavoidable to see. I'm not on that, but I can respect a brother. It's just like saying someone is a good-looking brother. It's not like that. We have to be comfortable with our sexuality. It takes a level of maturity. I'm just showing respect. No, you know what you're showing? You're showing you want to be fucked in the ass by Terence Crawford.
Right. You showing you a Bud fan. The only Bud fans talk about other niggas' dick size.
Yes.
So let's get this all together. We got one Budman fan calls himself Juicy.
Yes.
We got another Budman fan that compares dick sizes of boxers.
And he's basically wanting Terence Crawford to fuck him in the ass.
Every woman who has ever made mention to my dick print, I've had sex with, man. You are sexually attracted to Bud Crawford.
Yes. 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 Every time I've been in the gym and a chick check me out and see the print, the next thing is, what's up? Give me your number. Because that means they want to fuck. So when you're talking about a guy's print, you basically want that dude inside of you. You want that dude to inseminate his sperm inside of you. You know what? Now you gave me reference, because now I'm probably gonna make Terence Crawford mad. Because now I'm gonna say, see, Terence Crawford, I think you need to start having bodyguards. You need to have security, because your fans want you to fuck them in the ass. Like, you legit need to walk around with bodyguards.
Screen capture this and make videos.
Yes.
All the suspect shit he said. Hey,
yes, I'm about to do that shit right now.
This nigga said
this one is forever. This is gonna be a community post and everything. You can't, motherfucker, you can't erase this shit.
This nigga said we gotta
this shit right now.
Secure about sexuality, and we gotta let niggas know they got a big dick. I am secure about sexuality. That's the reason why I don't see niggas' dicks, and I only see fat asses and big titties. Because I'm secure about sexuality. I don't need to look at niggas' dicks to know I'm secure.
There you go.
And motherfuckers still talking. This is how you know a nigga suspect too. They steady trying to still talk about the fight. We talking about some real shit right now. A nigga just compared
right now
Errol Spence dick to Terence Crawford dick. We gotta stop. Y'all still talking about shit that don't matter right now. This is real shit we gotta address.
Boom.
Why does it? Who raised him? Where was his father at? Why did he feel like this is something he's supposed to do?
This is what Mama's Boy is. This is Mama's Boy delirium. Because only Mama's Boys talk like this, man.
Right, you got one nigga talking about name Juicy Lee. He's a man who named himself Juicy. You got another nigga talking about. Did you see the weigh-in? Did you see the face off? Terence Crawford dick was way bigger. What?
And then telling you because he lives in the Matrix, you need to be comfortable with that. So what? We need to be comfortable with you wanting Terence Crawford to fuck you in the ass? No, we're not comfortable with that.
No, man.
We're not trying to even visualize in our brains you wanting Terence Crawford to ramrod you. We're not visualizing that. That's not happening over here.
Then you try to say pause, bro.
Pause.
Pause don't mean shit to real men.
Here's the thing, Ross. Pause didn't mean shit because he then turned around and justified it and said you need to be comfortable with sexuality. No, you know what that is? It means you are alphabet.
Yeah.
And you want people to be comfortable with the fact that you're an alphabet. That's what it is.
It starts off by you appreciating another man's dick.
Yeah.
Then next you know you want to touch it. Then next you know you want to suck it. Then next you know you want to get it fucked in the ass.
Yes. And this thought process, let me tell you something. This thought process that him being so vehemently comfortable in saying this, he's already been fucked in the ass. Let's be honest here. Because these types of thoughts don't get manufactured overnight. It goes to curiosity. Then from curiosity, it becomes an act. And then from the act, it becomes to getting it done over and over again, man. Let's be honest here.
Bro said like in the crib fighting demons.
Woo, shit.
Oh, shit. Oh,
damn.
I got a crowd. Oh. He's been fighting demons.
Yes.
He's really low key, not even watching. When he's watching these guys fight, he's looking at their dick bounce around. Bro, you disrespectful, man. And you can't say you're not on that.
Yeah.
The fact that you felt comfortable telling us that, and I can imagine what you do.
Now, and here's the trip part about it. He probably watching the boxing matches, hoping that the fighter is either not wearing a cup, so he could see the print. That's what I'm telling you. Now we know some people, when they're actually watching these fights, they're not watching the actual fighters fight. They're watching these guys' prints. I wouldn't be surprised if Jaden Anthony was doing the same thing. Your first name is Jaden, so it's equivalent to Jaden Smith. And last time I checked, Will Smith's son is getting pumped in the ass. So I wouldn't be surprised if you getting pumped in the ass too.
So Budman fans have picked this fight based on the guy's dick who they perceive as the biggest.
Exactly.
That's the shit women do. When women watch sports, they don't understand. They be like, "Well, this guy look more handsome. I'm going for him."
Exactly.
This guy, like, he got a big dick. I'm going for him. Wow.
I've already screen captured this shit, and I'm gonna make a community post and a video out of this shit. You fucked up, bro. You fucked up bad. You fucked up real bad.
Make sure you send that screen capture to me, man.
Yeah, I'm sending that bitch to you right now, man.
Matter of fact, put it up here, man. Put it up here, bro. On the main screen where we say donate to motivate.
Donate to motivate?
It didn't take the screen capture. We got to put this type of behavior on blast, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So y'all sit here looking at the nigga dick print, and that's how y'all choose who's going to win the fight. Yeah, and think about it. You don't even know what's in dude's pants. That shit is crazy, man. Please send me that screen capture, bro.
I gotta show me laughing with this.
He's the type. A lot of the muscle bound niggas who be in the gym, they be looking at other niggas.
Yep.
And I'm here Adam 22. I guarantee he be watching
and giving me a bad name, because I'm a muscle bound nigga and I don't be looking at other niggas giving me a bad fucking name.
Not all of them, but a lot of them. So he be in the gym looking at other niggas' dick size, and that's how they choose who's gonna fuck his old lady.
Yep.
Shame you for being honest, bro. Why are you even looking at that? That's what you're not understanding. I was in boot camp 2 months with niggas I never met.
All right,
we in the shower, I didn't see no dicks.
Yep.
We all in the shower together. I didn't see no penises because I wasn't looking
looking straight ahead, and everybody like, why you looking? Well, everybody asking me why I'm looking straight ahead, and I'm asking everybody else, why you not looking straight ahead? What's your problem?
What you looking for? So my thing is, the guy's face is your face away from your dick is like what, 36 inches, like 3.
We're not shaming you for being honest. We're shaming you for the fact that you don't want to admit that you're battling demons.
What, you fighting demons, man? You understand? Yeah. My face goes below the waist when I'm looking at women. I look at their hips.
Yep.
I look at their pussy print.
Yep.
I don't look at a man below the waist.
Nope.
I wasn't raised that way. To me,
it wasn't either.
To me, that is savage behavior. That's uncivilized, savage, demonic behavior, man. That's demonic for you to come over here and try to convince us we need to be looking at dicks too, like you. So not only do you look at niggas packages, you want us to look at niggas packages too, and if we don't, we ain't evolved. Man, the Democrats got a hold on our people, man.
Yep.
Because you comfortable looking at niggas' dick prints and comparing them. We got to do it too. Come on, man. Yeah, please. Okay. Let me see what you sent me. Let me see, man. This is going to be a hell of a community post.
Ooh, shit.
This is gonna be a hell of a fucking community post, bro. This shit crazy. I can't believe this nigga, man.
Is he even a nigga though?
Nah, yeah, he is because he said pause. This generation think they could be suspect and all they gotta do is say pause. I know, man. Listen, I don't even respect me. Like Cameron and Mace, when they say pause, to me, that's a slap in the face to black men. If you got to say pause behind something, don't even say it. What does the pause mean? Men don't say pause.
Yep.
Men know they're not gay. But when you say pause, because you know you're saying some gay shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest, man. What man watches a face off and says, I'm going for the other guy because his dick looks bigger? It's a face off. It's a face off. You're supposed to be looking at the faces. Why is your face 3 feet below where you're supposed to be looking at? That's because you're looking at it and that's what you want to see. So what? There's so much space between their head and their dick. Why is your head down there? Why your head down there, man? Every time you say something, you're making it worse and worse. Just be quiet. Why your head down there? You know what space it is between your head and your penis? Why your head down there where the nigga penis at? Think about that. Long enough for you to compare who dick bigger. And you so liberal with it. You come on internet, you don't know none of us. You just let us know too. Like at the end of that ain't had nothing to do with what we was talking about. You said, man, fuck what y'all talking about. But Crawford got a bigger dick. That's something a woman would do.
This took over the live, man, to the point to where now this is all we got to talk about.
They had to take over the live because people like not in Chicago. Niggas don't say pause in Chicago because we really men. When you're a man, you don't gotta say pause. Because you ain't worried about your shit. You ain't gotta worry about what no nigga gotta say about what you gotta say, and you know you ain't saying nothing gay. They the one that's gay for taking it like that.
Yeah.
Real men don't say pause. And real men don't say suspect shit like at the end of the day, I think I'm gonna go with Crawford because he got a bigger dick. Like who does that? I've been to the pool many a times. I've been to the beaches many a times. I don't know who got a big dick and who don't because I wasn't looking. The fact that you can tell who dick is bigger means you fight a demon.
Exactly.
You fighting Beelzebub.
Ooh, shit.
You're fighting demons. You fighting demons, bro. You're fighting demons, man. You're not supposed to even notice that.
Mm-hmm.
Black Iron King, man. Right now, we roasting a nigga for saying Terence Crawford dick bigger than Errol Spence.
Yeah.
That's some real Adam 22 shit. That's some Charlemagne the God shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's some T-Pain would never let us down. when T-Pain was talking about how long what's the name dick was in the Kardashian video.
Damn.
He'll never live that down, man.
Never live it down.
What's dude's name? The Kardashian Ray J.
So basically, Spence is basic because of what? You made an observation that Spence is basic and he's gonna get stopped because of what? Because you're going off a dick print?
Right. This nigga said I made an observation that you get stopped. So you
can't make this shit up even if you wanted to, Doug.
You hit pause and you looked at both of their dicks. Said, okay, I think this guy got the biggest dick. I'm going with him.
Ooh.
You want to get penetrated by Crawford, don't you?
You know what? We got to blame this on Boxing Homo because he started this. We knew eventually some content creator was going to start the trend. The trend was we got to talk about guys' bodies, but he did it in a very slick way. This dude right here is clearly one of his minions that said, fuck being slick about it. We're in 2023. We have pronouns, him, they, their, whatever the fuck. So I'm just going to be upfront about the shit. This is what I like. I like to be ramrodded. I like to be fucked in the ass. So I'm going to tell you, I like to be fucked in the ass.
That's what you call unsolicited information. We don't need to know that, man. So you think another nigga dick big enough? As a man, I don't see how you fix yourself to actually type that. I don't see how as a man how you type that and feel comfortable sending that out. But I know the thought process behind it. The thought process behind that is you have a secret urge to be with men.
No, he got an urge for Bud to dick him down.
Yeah, that's what he wants. That's what you want. So and that makes sense because there's no way Bud could beat Spence. So exactly. For you to think that it's because you sexually like this nigga.
Yep.
And you hope he's successful because you. Let's be honest. Anytime you see a nigga, anytime you venture down and look at a nigga package, if you got a big package, you hope the best for him.
You know what that mean, Ross? You know what that mean, Ross? That means when we around this motherfucker, we gotta put on extra fabric.
Bruh.
This is the type of motherfucker will drug you, will roofie you, and then rape you. Yeah. You gotta be careful.
This shit crazy. This shit is so crazy, man. When I got on this last day, that's the last thing I thought I'd ever see. I see the nigga who named himself Juicy, and on top of that off, I see the nigga who makes a habit of washing niggas' pack. So this ain't the first time you did that, because you so openly to talk about this. This ain't the first time you did that nigga dick size, man. So every time you see a fight, you look to see who got the biggest dick. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. The whole time when niggas be facing off, I don't even be looking at them. I be looking at the bitches. This nigga be looking at their dicks and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Big Tyrone. That shit crazy, boy.
Man, listen, man. This right here. You know, this is some weird shit, man. But you know what? It was gonna take our channel to reveal that, because I think we was onto something when we had guys get so mad at us to where they initially said Canelo was sexy, and then it started tripling. It started to the effects started trickling on down from there. And notice the boxes that they're saying this for Canelo.
Hey, this nigga steady doubling. This nigga steady doubling down. We are in a different time. You brothers have to open your mind, and we can express ourselves without being that I have a woman.
Just say that you're an alphabet, man. Just say that.
Many of us respect D Wade, even though he grew the. Who is many of us? I don't respect D Wade, nigga.
I don't respect D Wade. D Wade is an emasculated male.
He a sucker.
Yeah,
just like you.
I already got the community post up for that shit, so I'm gonna have motherfuckers laughing at their shit.
What the fuck?
Now,
no, we are in no different times.
You are forever exposed, dude. I'm gonna put you in series videos. Now you told me what Terence Crawford fans are all about, and it's pathetic.
And that's looking at niggas' dicks. Homophobic is saying I hate people because they're gay. I don't hate gay people. I don't
hate people because they're part of the alphabet. I don't hate them.
I don't even think about it. They don't exist to me.
Yes.
You're saying we're homophobic because we don't look at dicks like you do. No, you're struggling with your demons. That got nothing to do with you. You fight demons. Let me know.
Just say that you're alphabet, dog. That's it.
You got that girlfriend because that's what your family expects of you.
Man, just go ahead and come out the closet already, dog. You're the one that's not being authentic with yourself. We're being authentic. You're not. You want to come out the closet, but you want to say that you're not out of the closet. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. And then you keep defending it. Just come out the fucking closet, dog.
Right. You're comfortable who you are. What does that mean? Who are you, nigga? We don't know you. You decided to tell us you like watching niggas' dick sizes. We would never have known that if you ain't tell us that. And now you say we homophobic because we don't do it. You do that. That's what niggas like you do. You and D-Wade, y'all do. The rest of the black man, we still look at pussy prints. We still look at thighs, hips, ass. We still like midsection. We still like big titties. We still like women. The rest of the black men, we still like women. You can't say because we don't like.
He got a woman in the profile, so I can already see what's going on.
That's probably his woman.
His woman. This is an Adam 22 situation going on.
Yeah,
his woman probably is like, I'm not happy with your dick size. So we need to get a BBC in. So they probably had a situation where they brought the BBC in, and the BBC did the damage to her, and then he ended up enjoying the shit too. So now they both enjoy it. This is what we're gonna see. We're gonna see Adam 22 more and more often from here on out, man. I'm sorry.
That's the thing. Black man, listen, man. As a black man, you can't follow the rules of white men.
Yep.
They're always infatuated with the size of black men's dicks.
Yep.
That's always been their thing. Even when they had niggas on the slave platform, they was looking at the dick size.
Yep.
You sitting here looking at these niggas' dick sizes, man. Why,
and
bro?
Being infatuated.
Why would you do that?
Yes.
like, what possessed you to say? What possessed you to say, man? I'm gonna see who did. I'm gonna see who did the thing.
Man, you dealing with the worst kind of homosexual demon, dog. You dealing with the worst. You probably dealing with a legion of them motherfuckers, man. I mean, damn.
What would possess you to want to know who dick size is biggest? Unless you was interested.
I think Ross was on to something when he said Beelzebub. It might be Beelzebub fucking with you.
Legion, man. This nigga fighting demons, bro. This nigga in the wilderness like Lazarus.
Yes.
He going through some shit. Like, bro.
He going through it, man. And then got a double, triple, quadruple the position. That means you going through it. You fighting them damn demons. And you gotta keep doubling down. You gotta keep tripling down. But this is what you're doing. You keep putting yourself in a rabbit hole. It's best to just come out and say you're an alphabet letter and be done with it. We'll accept that.
Yeah, man, that's how you want to live your life. That's one thing. Don't put it on us, though.
Yeah, don't put it on us.
Don't say, oh, because y'all don't like looking at dicks too, y'all homophobic. That's not what that word means, man. That phobic means you're afraid. Yep. I'm not afraid to look at dicks. I just don't look at dicks because I don't want no dick. I want pussy.
Yep.
Therefore, when a man
this is how you can tell he's so emasculated. Doesn't even understand his own identity. Why shame Adam? Many of us go to swingers clubs in 2023. I don't go to no damn swingers club. They do OnlyFans. She was doing it before him. Why wouldn't he allow her to get money if he has been flipping other women? Because men and women are not the same.
First of all, nigga, when you're a man, there's a lot of shit you could do that she can't do.
She can't.
When you're a woman's son, because he basing her son right now.
Yep.
He basing her possession right now. Then she got to do everything you can do, or she could do shit that you don't even do.
Yep.
But when you're a man, if you decide you want to have another woman, you can do that. That bitch better not decide that.
Yep.
You're not the same, man.
Not the same
at all. But only alphas think that way.
Yep.
Men like you sit and let your girl suck another man's dick, and it's all coming out. Why shouldn't Adam? Many of us go to swing clubs. No,
I told you.
Y'all niggas go to swinger clubs.
I told you his woman is not satisfied with him.
When I was smashing bras, I went by myself and smashed other niggas' bitches. My girl stood at home.
This is the dude that's jacking off to his woman getting fucked, and he's the cameraman. I'm telling you, I already can tell. I already can tell the situation that's going on.
Yeah.
And he got so enamored with the dude that was smashing the woman that dude smashed him. That should be happening.
And now he's addicted. Anytime
he's addicted
in public, all he do is watch dicks all day.
Exactly. Yep.
Damn right, I view her as property.
It's damn right.
She's my.
I'm a super say that. Exactly.
She's my possession. She don't get to be another man's possession. She don't get to suck another man's dick that come lay next to me. I am not a beta.
No.
Alphas fuck other niggas' winners.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do. Nobody fuck their woman.
Exactly.
Right now, your woman is an alpha in the situation. Got you on YouTube talking crazy, fighting demons.
And she's right there. And she's right there in his ear saying, "Tell him, baby, tell him."
Right.
While she probably getting fucked by the other dude at the same time.
Any woman that respects herself won't even be at the swinging club. Any woman that respect you and know she need other dick will hide it from you. She definitely won't get cracked in front of you, man.
I give Adam 22 and his wife 5 years. They're gonna be divorced in 5 years. I give them 5 years tops. Because the only reason why I give 5 years is because right now the money's coming in. So they're gonna be on that high of the money, but watch when the shit start going down.
The shit already start going down. They already fuck with it. They pulled everything off the internet already. Of them talking about the shit. They pulled everything. It's already fucking with their relationship.
Yep. And you could tell he felt some type of way because his initial reaction. Oh, I was jealous at first. That's the beginning indicator. You're not comfortable with the situation.
No, but those emotions cut through. Every time a nigga fuck a cut girl, every time they get jealous.
Yep.
Because that's not natural. It's not natural. It's not natural for you to be looking at another nigga dick. Because when you look at it, you compare it to yourself, and you get mad. Like, damn, why he got dick bigger than mine? And then you say, you know what? His dick bigger than mine, so let me submit to him. You submitted to Bud because his dick bigger than yours. That's gay. That's gay, man.
Oh, shit.
You said, man, I'm going with Bud Crawford because he got the fattest package.
No, that was it. I'm going with Bud because Bud can fuck me good in the ass. Oh, shit, man. You can't make this shit up even if you wanted to. I already did my community post on it. And so you blast it, and then I'm gonna do video on your ass. You blast it, man. I'm probably gonna do 5 videos on you. Because now you gave me the psyche. I had a suspicion that there was some kind of alphabet letter behavior going on because I'm like, why these niggas like Bud? Now I got full confirmation on that. That niggas like Bud, not because he can win the fight, but because they want to be fucked in the ass. Damn, dog. What the fuck?
This shit don't make any sense, man.
Shit. And then try to say that we're misogynist, or try to say that we are homophobic, and try to say all of this other bullshit, which actually doesn't make sense. First of all, we don't hate women. Secondly, I don't hate anyone that chooses to have a sexual orientation of their nature. I don't agree with it, but I don't hate them for it. And I don't want that person to turn around like you to try to force that bullshit down my damn throat because I don't prescribe to it. When I watch boxers, I'm not looking at their dick prints. You are. When I watch boxers, I watch it for the value of seeing who can knock out who and who could beat who, not whose dick that can fuck me in the ass. That's basically what you're saying. You're living your sexual fantasy out on our live, and you don't even have the freedom to say that you are alphabet. You are that. You're closet. So you're not even being honest with yourself. You're not even being real with yourself.
Tell me how this sounds. Bud Crawford fans are choosing Bud over Errol Spence based off perceived penis size. Hashtag Richard Simmons. Hashtag LGBT. Hashtag boxer.
Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. Well, you know, in my community post, I said Boxing Eagle started it, and then I said Boxing Eagle was the progenitor, the creator of alphabet letters coming into boxing with V tapers and everything. And now, see, I knew there was something. You could tell he's a Boxing Eagle subscriber because it started somewhere. And then now these guys are like, you know what? This is common that we talk about V tapers and shit like that. So let's talk about guys' package. Let's actually go further and let's talk about the package. Let's talk about me wanting the package inside of me. Me being at swingers clubs, me co-signing with Adam. Why shame Adam? Adam is forever going to be the laughing stock because let me tell you something. This is when it's going to sink in. When Adam says, I don't want to be with her anymore and I want a divorce, you're going to see it's going to happen. And then that's when everybody's going to realize, what the fuck?
It's not going to be Adam that's going to leave. She going to leave for a BBC.
Exactly.
She going to leave for a BBC, man.
Did you see how happy she was when the dude was in her? She said she was hurting. I read the whole thing. I said, this shit is done. She said she was hurting for 3 to 4 days. Then Adam came behind him. Yeah, how embarrassing that is. Came behind him, had sex with her, and she was the whole time saying, ooch, ow, ow, ooch, ooch, ooch. And he had to have sex with me like 4 or 5 times to reestablish dominance. How you gonna reestablish dominance 4 to 5 times after a dude in one time rearranged her damn frame, dog? To the point to where now she's telling Adam, we need to have a threesome, incorporating the guy in it. And you know what the guy said? The guy that had sex with her before we address this comment. Let me say this one. You know what the Jason dude said? This is what the Jason dude. He put Adam in shame. He said some people are weird as fuck. How the fuck you sitting there watching me film? This is the porn star that's saying this, the black dude. How you sitting there watching me filming me, watching me rearrange your woman, skeet all up in her, and you don't have a problem with that? He says some people are just weirdos. This is him saying that.
He nutted all. Listen, this
nutted all in her shit.
This nigga said, "Why wear boxers or briefs? They should just wear shorts. The system push on us those stages like the plantation. So just for watching the weigh-in, we all are indulgent. But I'm in Eagles Army, good channel."
I told you. I'm gonna community post this one.
But here's the nut.
I told you, bro. No, we got to community post this one.
but here's another thing right here. It's not about what they got on. It's about your mentality. You are uncivilized and you're an animal, man.
I told y'all, man.
Animals look at underage girls. Animals look at the same sex. You're an animal, man. Why is you looking at a man's nether regions? And then saying pause. Stop saying pause. This what you want. You got a girl because your family don't condone what you really want. You really want meat. You are a carnivore, man. You don't want no vegetables at all. You don't want no lettuce. You don't want no fruit. You just want grade A pure meat.
Yep.
I
told you this was from Boxing Eagle. He just confirmed it. This nigga, man, another community post. Content creators have the power to create narratives, and they have the power to create what we would say minions. This is what Boxing Ego. You've never seen Boxing Ego with a woman. You've always seen Boxing Ego always sexualize boxers. So it was natural for him to have content creators. Because how does this guy have so many subscribers talking about this shit if other motherfuckers are not taking this conversation in and not also saying the same things that he's saying? But one of his good army channel people have taken it a step further and said, fuck Boxing Ego. I'm not going to be covert about it. I'm going to be open and frank about it. I want Terence Crawford to rearrange me. And then doesn't have the gall to sit here and say that I am Alphabet. Just say you're Alphabet, man. And that's it. Just come out the fucking closet already. This is pathetic. This is another community post. Another fucking community post. And I'm sorry to say this, but this is another fucking community post. And now I have to, with this one, I'm going to tailor this one because this one, I'm going to skew it. I'm going to skew it to Boxing Ego because now I got to go get his face. I got to go get his image. I got to go get his channel. And I'm going to say that Boxing Ego has introduced Alphabet to boxing. Now I have to do that. So this community post is going to take time because I have to break this shit down. And you just your post, your comment just proved that Boxing Ego created Alphabet in boxing. You just proved it because you just said out of your own mouth, but I'm in Ego's Army Good channel. So that means there was a conversation between you and Ego about it. And Ego probably said V-taper to be politically correct. And you went as far as to say D-print. And I'm sure he didn't even reject you for it. He probably, because you cashed out or whatever, probably put your shit up. This is sad, man.
Here's the thing.
Now boxers got to worry about y'all. They got to worry about y'all.
We only watch Egos for the ego Weight Watchers.
Yep. Man, I don't even watch that motherfucker
because everybody know that's when Ego get his most suspect. Because one thing you never supposed to notice on a man, and you never supposed to, I say you never supposed to look for is a nigga. Why are you looking for a nigga V-taper? Your eyes should never be wandering that far down, man. Because thing is, you gotta understand. There's a thing called the foot in the door method.
Yep.
Once you get comfortable looking at a nigga's stomach, you gonna want to start look at that nigga V-taper. Once you get comfortable looking at a nigga V-taper, you gonna want to know what that package looking like. Next time you start looking at dick prints, now you want to go and start searching up big dicks.
Yep.
Let's be honest, man. You are a big dick chaser. You're a chaser of the package.
Ooh, shit.
And if you that open to talk to us about it, that means you spend your time looking at this shit, man.
And here's the trippy part about it, because you got a woman in that picture. She don't respect you. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
No woman respects a nigga that's.
She probably just tolerates you because you probably could take care of her financially or whatever, but she don't respect you, man. She don't fucking respect you. I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't want to be with no feminine man, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Man, this shit is beyond me, man.
That next community post that I dropped with Boxing Ego, it's gonna take a little bit of time because now I have to go get his face, and I have to say he introduced, homophobia to boxing. It's gonna take time. And first and foremost, I wasn't introduced to boxing through Boxing Ego. I actually was introduced to boxing through Dante's Boxing Nation. To me,
you already knew what boxing was before boxing Dante.
No, I knew what boxing was. I'm just talking about from YouTube standpoint, like YouTubers and shit like that. So I'm gonna make it very clear. I already knew what boxing was. None of these motherfuckers introduced me to boxing. But from a YouTube standpoint, the guy who gets the credit above any motherfucker who is the pioneer, to me, is Dante's Boxing Nation. Because of his work with Floyd Mayweather. That is the pioneer in my book. I don't go and pioneer. I don't go and listen to people that are quote unquote pioneers that bring up homophobia, that bring up homo agendas. Right. I don't do shit like that. No, I don't play those games. I don't play that.
Man, this shit right here, man. this shit has really opened my eyes to how much the Democratic Liberal Party is destroying the black community.
Yep.
You sitting here trying to tell us we wrong because we don't even notice it a nigga dick print. You saying that like we supposed to notice. Like, man, so you ain't see that? Isn't how me and you might be if we having the beers? Like, you ain't see that fat ass? Man, you slicker. You supposed to see that. You get on us like we missed the fat ass. You ain't see that big dick? You ain't see that package?
Yep.
Man, hey, he knows Tom Ross. Y'all missed the package, man. You should have seen it.
Yep.
Bro, you're not supposed to be looking at that.
You're not supposed to. And here's the trippy part about it. This goes back to the point that Andrew Tate was making when he said they want men to live in the matrix, live in the bubble, to where their women are the men in the relationship, and their women, because women can easily be seduced, they can be easily manipulated, they can be easily basically swing left and right. These are the same guys that are thinking in their mind, let me get vaccinated because it's the right fucking thing to do.
Right. Not even that. Not because it's the right thing to do. Because my girl said if I don't do it, she ain't gonna give me no pussy.
Yep.
Or my girl said if I don't do it, she ain't gonna let me look at dick pics.
Yep. You know what I would say? You know what I would say to her? There's the fucking door. You just not bold enough to do that. I would tell her, there's the fucking door. Use it. There's the fucking door. Use it. Damn, boy. I knew men were emasculated, but this is some new shit, man. I think I'm gonna have to create a new word for it. Fuck emasculation. This is some new shit, man. Ross, he put me onto some new shit that I mean, this is a new level of mutation. Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna have to create a he knows special word for this shit. This is some mutation I'm not even used to, man. This ain't even emasculate. This ain't even some mama's boy shit. This is some new shit, bro.
I'm about to tell you what it is right now.
It's some new shit. and the word can't even come to me right now. This is some new shit.
I got it. I'm about to write it down.
Fuck.
This is exactly what it is. I put too many E's on the
damn.
Right.
Homoerotic propaganda. Damn.
I'm gonna write it.
That's deep. Damn.
Put this one up.
Damn.
Homoerotic propaganda, man. You say telling straight men that it's something wrong with us because we don't know the size of niggas' dicks.
Yeah. When in actuality, you're not even comfortable in coming out of your own closet for demons that you are battling with.
Right.
It seems like you're not even conclusive in your own argument. And we can see right through that shit. You're not resolute in who you are. And you want us. First of all, in order to proselytize people, you have to be resolute in your own fucking argument. If you're not resolute in your own fucking argument, and we can see right through that shit, how you think you're gonna make other people resolute, man? You're not resolute. You are alphabet, and you don't want to admit that you're fucking alphabet, man. That's some bullshit, man. We should have some real alphabet people here to get on your ass and say, why the fuck can't you just come out? Because that's what they would do. They would tell you, why don't you fucking come out?
He's based on Charlemagne the God type time. We all know Charlemagne the God gay, but he just won't come out.
Damn, yeah, he is. Because when he's always talking about, I would let this guy fuck me. Like, who talks like that?
Yeah, who talks like that?
Oh my gosh, man. This is right now. Oh man, I thought it was just in the food. I thought it was just in all of this shit, boy. But man, this shit to this level of role reversals is some new shit, man. It's on a new level now. This shit is on a new level.
Yeah.
And he just introduced me to the new level. Like right now, my brain is in a suspended state of shock because of how many doubling down comments that came afterwards. Like usually when somebody gets you and you basically give them that rude awakening of truth, they shut the fuck up. Like Juicy Lee left. But this one is still keep going. So the level, the delusions of grandeur, man, my goodness, this is some new shit.
You gotta understand, some of these niggas was doomed, man. They mamas was saying shit around them.
See, now he said having eyes make me alphabet. No,
no,
you're alphabet by your core.
What you looking at make you alphabet.
Exactly.
You could have talked about fat asses, fat pussies. You could have talked about pretty big titties. You talk about dicks.
Dick prints.
All things to talk about.
And you said package.
Yeah, you talking about dick. As a man.
You put the cucumber emoji. Like, we could tell you really in it, dog.
Right.
You could tell us what sperm tastes like, man.
But the Bible said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So this has been on your mind all day long. You can't wait to talk about how big Terence Crawford dick is. Yeah.
Our platform, the worst platform on the planet to expose your rabbit ass about this, man. You should have never done that. You should have went and stayed on boxing alphabet and say that over there, because he would have accepted you. He probably would have back and forth and said, yeah, Terence Crawford has an impressive V taper.
Right, V taper.
Well, he's in code language talking about the same shit you talking about.
Yeah,
and now you didn't realize what you just did. You exposed boxing alphabet even more. Because now when he's talking about V taper, we know exactly what he's talking about. He's talking about package.
He's talking about packages, man. This don't make no sense, man. This is sad.
Ooh, shit.
This is sad. You're a black Adam 22. And you came to the defense of Adam 22, man. Man, let's get out of here, man. Let's get out of here, man.
The word cuck doesn't exist no more. Now, you know what we say? The new word cuck is now Adam 22 or 22'd. You are 22'd.
Or 720. He is 720, man.
He's 720.
Yeah. Hey, man, stay away from that nigga. Stay away from that nigga. That nigga, that's a big Tyrone, man. That's a
7 plus 2 equals 9. You know the number 9 means judgment. So guess what? There's judgment for the fact that you like dick prints.
There's judgment right now.
There's judgment for the fact that you are not being honest about the fact that you have not come out the closet. See, We're wondering about you and why you're not being honest with yourself, man. You're not being full with yourself.
Because he knows
it's wrong about you.
Do you
need therapy? Do you need to be therapized? Do you need to see a psychologist?
He knows it's wrong to sit up and look at dick pics all day. He knows that's wrong. Yeah. But he can't help himself, man. Because he's indoctrinated by the Democrat Party.
You know, a therapist would ask you, why haven't you come out yet? And why are you ashamed to come out? Yeah, true. His name does says it all. Big Tyrone 720. That sounds like some jailbird shit, man.
720.
720. That means they've been doing 7, because you know 360 is around the clock. They've been doing
he want to be big. And because he want to be big, he worship niggas who's bigger than him. Sad thing is,
there's such a thing called a dick implant. You can go get one. Dude said that shit hurt, but you should go and get one for yourself, man. That way you could alleviate all of the trauma.
And you can stop talking to us about who dick the biggest.
Exactly.
Because we don't care, boy. God, leave, man. Man, let's get out of here, man.
Man, this was a heck of a live, man. I mean, just talking about this gave us a backstory. Now, what you just did is you basically explained to us that Terence Crawford is not going to win because Terence Crawford, you think he's a better boxer. What you just basically said is unanimously, Jaden Anthony, you know you lumped into that shit too, right? I'm lumping all Terence Crawford fans in that shit. All Terence Crawford fans believe Errol Spence. That's from here on out. I have to talk about that.
Yeah.
From here on out, all Terence Crawford fans believe Terence Crawford is going to beat Errol Spence because they're too busy looking at his dick print. Damn.
Right. because of his perceived penis size.
Oh shit. Oh my god. And he said boxing alphabet is from the Bay Area. he is probably sliding to the bathhouses in San Francisco. I wouldn't be surprised.
That shit crazy, man.
That shit is crazy, man.
That's
Man, I haven't seen Tom Ross touch his beard that much. That means you got this motherfucker thinking like, what the fuck? Like I'm thinking, what the fuck too?
That's the thing. Some of us are weak. Anything white people do, we go right behind them. We supposed to reject the way they think.
Yes.
You saying you're swallowing it, deep throwing it, man.
Yes.
You are a suspect, bro. You swallowing the fucking propaganda. The homo propaganda.
Damn. Man, I gotta get out of here before some of that disease and that germ fall on me. I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta go take a bath, man. Wash myself, get rid of myself of this bullshit, man.
Yeah, I'm about to open up my Bible, man. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth
speaketh. Damn.
And this nigga been speaking about dick for the last hour.
Shit. Terence Crawford, if you listening, if you paid attention to any of our lives, you're gonna need around the clock bodyguard service 24/7. Because you got some fans here that if you caught slipping, because you know you be getting caught slipping now. You don't always have your guards up. Mm-hmm. So if you get caught slipping, they're gonna try to get you in a bush somewhere just so that they can see your fucking dick print, man. This is bad, man. This is fucking bad. Yep. All right, man. It's been real.
No, Jaden Anthony. From here on out, he represents the
Bud Man fans. That's it. So you got a choice, Jaden Anthony. Either you reject Terence Crawford or you are lumped in for being a dick printer from here on out. You have a fundamental fucking choice right now. He fucked you up. He fucked you up now. Because now you have a choice. Either you are a alphabet or you denounce it. So you got a fucking choice right now.
and I can see this shit here in 3 years. You're gonna start saying Boston Eagle have a segment called Eagles Print Watches. Eagles Print Watches, man. Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here too, man. It's been real. Y'all be easy. Peace. Fuck.